All right, what's good, peasants? We're back on an All-Star Sunday. You feel me? I'm here with my co-host CEO. CEO, say what's up to the people.
It was good, peasants.
Unfortunately, Brandon's not here. Well, some people might say that's fortunate, you know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, the bodyguard's not here, CEO, so we have to fend for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But he will be back next Sunday for the Knicks Celtics, which has become like a regular thing on our channel, CEO. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Knicks Celtics. I mean, it's good for me at least, not for y'all, but
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Let's say what's up to the chat. All-Star Weekend might be cooked. I'm actually kind of somewhat enjoying this All-Star Weekend. Seems like they're actually trying, this new format. Matter of fact, we can start with that. What's up, Daniel? So, see you. I don't know if you've been watching or not, but Draymond Green said he doesn't like the new format. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, he doesn't like the new format. And Charles Barkley clapped back at Draymond and said, bro, we have to change everything because your generation stinks. They're lazy. And, we have to change everything up. And now they're actually competing now. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, he's right. I mean,
which one?
Did it? What's it called? Barkley. Did anyone see last year's All-Star game? How fucking disgustingly horrible that was.
Don't even remember it.
I mean, it was so bad. Like the league literally had to have a emergency press conference about how bad the All-Star game was. That's how disgusting it was. Like people played no defense. Like I seen better basketball at the local YMCA. So when you take that into account, this isn't the first year. I mean, this isn't like an anomaly last year. It's been year after year of shitty ass All-Star games. And the players don't care. They have no incentive. They go out there playing lazy as fuck. They're probably half drunk, half smoked out and all that shit. So, I mean, like, yeah, you got to change shit up because no one wants to watch it. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't care to watch the All-Star game after last year. I was like, I'm not watching this shit. Viewership ratings are plummeting by each All-Star game because it's fucking ass. No one wants to watch it.
Well, I mean, this year it's actually, you have the OGs trying to defend their territory. You have the young stars defending their territory. So, it's actually better. You know what I'm saying? But it's better than last year, which you said backstage is not saying much, but I mean, it's improvement.
I mean, yeah, but it's like I'm tired of begging multi-millionaire basketball players to fucking do their job. You know what I'm saying? And actually care about shit. Like you shouldn't be incentivized to play a game because that's your fucking job. So fucking do it. You feel me? You get paid handsomely to play basketball. So can you go out there and actually make the product worth watching? Like the fact that we need to incentivize these fucking bums to actually do their fucking job when that's why they get fucking paid is ridiculous.
Yeah, and they're doing a tribute to the all NBA team. You feel me? I think this is the last year on TNT. I don't know what's going on with them. Some people say they're coming back. I was talking to Brandon earlier when we were playing 2K. They said Charles Barkley is retiring because he doesn't want to work for ESPN, which I don't blame him. Yeah. Shaq's got an extension, so I don't know what the hell is going on with inside the NBA right now. Can someone confirm that in the chat? Is the inside the NBA going away, or like what's going on? Because I hear reports like they're doing this like farewell tour. Is it just for TNT? Like what's going on, people?
I don't know. I heard they said they were going to stick together, so maybe on a different network or maybe something else.
Well, in the beginning they said ESPN because I remember we did a topic on it. It was on ESPN, and then now they're like doing like this. Like I don't even fucking know. It is what it is. It's back, but on ESPN. It's a farewell tour for TN. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, so it's gonna suck either way now. All right, great.
Yeah, because ESPN sucks dick.
I mean, bro, they would. Well, I mean, listen, they'd be better off. Well,
no, just get rid of it at this point.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like this is like. You know what? It was like back then. They had. I mean, well, it's not back then. They're still on TNT, but it's gonna be like, it's gonna be like you had WWE, the Attitude Era. Now you're gonna go into the fucking PG era with fucking ESPN. The shit's gonna suck nuts.
That's a great That's a good comparison because, bro, you can't. And that's probably why Charles is retiring because like you can't. I'm sorry, like they, like. It's just at this point, I'd rather it just go away. And by the way, fuck Adam Silver for not resigning. I'm still disgusted by that. That just shows Jeff Bezos, that fucking queer. He wants on Jeff Bezos' nuts so he can get more free, undelivered fees directed to his fucking house. Because it's ridiculous. The simple fact that TNT offered the same amount of money, even more for less, and they still said no. That's dumb.
Yeah,
that's stupid. I hope they fucking win their lawsuit.
Yeah, I mean, Adam Silver, bro.
Is going out of business. Cable, you're dying. You actually have something that's working, and you just want to just throw it away like that.
I mean, it's just.
Yeah, I don't fucking. I mean,
what do you expect from Adam Silver? Do you not see the way the man looks? He looks like a fucking villain. He looks sick.
You know what's crazy? Like I remember like back when the NFL, during the whole Kaepernick thing was like doing bad and everybody was praising Silver. Yeah. Now everybody fucking hates the guy now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Silver sucks. I mean, like the dude's buns. I mean, that doesn't mean like, oh, the other commissioners are good, now they suck too. But it's just Adam Silver is not a good commissioner compared to what we had previously. I mean, Stern wasn't perfect, but he was way better than fucking this clown.
Yeah, Stern wasn't. Yeah, no one's perfect, but Stern wasn't perfect. But at the same time, I would wish for Stern. Right? You think all this, bro? Please, like there would be like 15 suspensions if they pull this shit in the NBA All-Star game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I miss the accountability with Adam Silver. It's like, no, we got to treat the stars like they're babies and shit. I'm like, no, they're getting paid millions of dollars. Load management is a problem. And this is why I kept saying harping on load management. That's probably part of the reason why people stop going to games, because it's like, why am I going to go to a game, pay fucking, I don't know, what's the price of NBA tickets, like what, a couple $100? I'm gonna pay. Well, that's in the back, right? I mean, if you're gonna pay, if you're gonna go in the front, it's gonna be a couple thousand or a few thousand grand to watch a basketball game. And what do you get in return? Oh, you get to watch the B team while the main starter sits on the bench because load management. Like, what kind of crap is that?
Yeah, it's beyond like fucking ridiculous. Like, I mean, but once again, it's the owner's fault. I mean, he's an employee of the owners.
No, like I said, the same thing what I said with the NFL. It's absolutely the owner's fault because they keep coddling these players. Like, these fixes for the NBA are so easy, right? It's really simple. If the owners got together and said, listen, bro, we pay you millions of dollars, like literally tens of millions of dollars. So in some cases, hundreds of millions of dollars. We don't need to incentivize you, nigga. Stop being lazy or you're going to get cut. Like, go fuck you. Like, literally. Like RJ, you're telling me hundreds of millions of dollars isn't incentive enough? I mean, what else? Really?
Yeah, I maybe the owners just like it. Maybe that's what the owners want. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you can't, like, he's bad for business, but you keep him in there. Maybe he's good for business in their way. I don't know. So I can't answer it. I can't answer it.
The only thing I can think of is maybe they make a shit ton off of like merchandising or something like that. And they don't want to upset the player, because let's be honest, owners for the most part are not unified. And this is what I like. They're not all of them like each other. Yeah. And not all of them get along. So I think a lot of people think they do, but they don't. So I could literally see a situation if an owner takes a stand, like I could see a different team accepting, oh, okay, oh, you don't like this owner? Come over here to our team, our shit team, like the Sacramento Kings or some shit. Come over to our shitty ass team so we can be relevant, and they'll go over there because they can do whatever the fuck they want. That's probably what's going to happen.
That's not a bad thing. I mean, I'm trying to think. I don't know any owners. I know, like, in the NFL, you have Jerry and Robert Kraft who speak out against Goodell. In the NBA, I mean, that's probably why they got Mark Cuban the fuck up out of there.
No, it's like with the NFL, right? And you kind of have this because all the owners were like, listen, bro, we're not paying fully guaranteed contracts. And then here comes bum ass Cleveland, all right? Being like, we're so fucking irrelevant. We got nothing going for us. All the owners know we're not going to give these niggas fully guaranteed contracts. And guess what they do?
Give Watson
a fully guaranteed contract, so they fucked over everybody else. And this is what I'm saying: the owners are not unified because you're always going to have that bum ass team like the Browns or like the Kings or some bum ass team with no rings that's going to come in and try to simp for the overpaid players and let them do whatever the fuck they want. And that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, hopefully we see change, but it is what it is. There. Speaking of that CEO, right?
Yeah.
We'll talk about a specific player because this is somewhat of a topic, but I want to talk about this specific player right now. Yeah. SGA. Now, anybody who knows CEO can vouch. SGA is one of my favorite players in the league, right?
Yeah.
It's come to my attention. I don't know if I said this on stream or not, but I said this to a few of my friends, a few of my employees, a few of my coworkers. I said it to Brandon. I'm gonna say it to you now. SGA and OKC will never ever win an NBA Finals. I said it right here, right now.
Okay.
I said it right here, right now, and here's the reason why, CEO. We can all agree the superstar or the star player on that team is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, right? SGA comes off to me as a Canadian James Harden. And I even went as far to say that James Harden in the playoffs has more dog in him than SGA. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this modern era of James Harden. And see, I have the stats to back me up. When this guy doesn't go to the line 15 or more times throughout the game, he averages about 21 fucking points. But when he goes to the line 15 or more times, he averages just 31, 35 points a game.
Okay.
The last 3 times he's been in big games, which is the play-in tournament against the Pelicans, which he was injured, granted, but didn't play well. The second big games he was in, he swept the Pelicans last year. Then against Dallas, which, by the way, OKC was the better team than Dallas, no question about it. He didn't look good in game 5, 6 because he choked and referees kind of swallowed the whistle in the playoffs. And this year in the play-in tournament against the Bucks, where it was 53-51, and this is where I really saw it. And shout out to my boy Val, one of my homeboys. He said it last year in the Dallas series, and I just saw it now. This dude SGA cost them the play-in tournament trophy, which whatever it is, what it is, it's not that significant. But at the same time, it goes back to a point where he's not good in big games. That's just a fact. I see it on 3 different occasions. He jacks up threes. He's all about me. He's DeMar DeRozan. He's James Harden. He's all about me. Let me get mine. And when the pressurized moments come in, he chokes. What's your thoughts?
All right. So actually, I'm actually very happy that you brought this conversation because this actually ties into one of our topics, right? Mm-hmm. Regarding the Jokic and SGA race for MVP.
Yes.
Now, who's leading that run now? Isn't it SGA by actually quite a good margin?
I can actually check for you right now while you talk. Go ahead.
All right. So from while RJ checks that and confirms that, because last time I checked, I think it's SGA leading the voting for MVP by a few votes. And I think maybe Jokic is trailing behind him. And while talking about this discussion, because these are the 2, I guess, MVP.
Yes, SGA is 1, Joker 2, Giannis 3.
Okay, so you got here's and going into what RJ was saying about SGA. The fact that SGA is ahead of Jokic in the MVP conversation is blasphemous. All right. And I will and I know some of you are probably like, oh, SGA should win the award. He shouldn't. And for a multitude of reasons. First of all, the reason SGA, even though as RJ has stated, he's a basically a Canadian version of James Harden, right? Basically, he's a ISO ball specialist. Is what we call those. Now, he's leading in the MVP voting, which is honestly something that shouldn't be happening. Why? And I know some of you might disagree. Oh, it should be SGA and yada yada. Hear me out, right? Jokic is 3rd in scoring. He's 3rd in rebounds. He's 2nd in assists, 4th in steals, 4th in three-point percentage, 58% from the field. And when you take all that into account, not only that, right, but also his PER is 33.44%, which is higher than anybody in recorded history, including LeBron and Mike and all that shit, right? Mm-hmm. But we're not going to give him the MVP First of all, because and you know why? Because the league is, in my opinion, I think they're trying to put Jokic in a closet. Okay, RJ? They're trying to be like, we know you're good, but you're bad for business because you're fucking boring. Okay? Let's call it what it is. Jokic is not a marketable star. All right.
Yeah.
And because of that, he's getting hampered in the MVP votings. And this isn't just now. All right. Look what happened with the Jokic versus Embiid thing.
Yep.
He got robbed of MVP. They gave it to Embiid because Embiid's a bigger personality. Embiid deserves it because he hasn't gotten an MVP award, even though it was clearly Jokic that was better. And in this case, when it comes to SGA, you know, the league wants to push SGA because they want something that's cooler, something that's more fresh than Jokic. Because, like I said multiple times, that Jokic is just a boring a superstar. He is a superstar, and he's a generational talent. Okay.
Yes.
And people are not giving him the respects he deserves because he doesn't have a SGA swag or anything like this. Listen, at the end of the day, you take Jokic off of that team and they're barely a playing team. All right. He's super valuable. He's the best player in the league. All right, not SGA. The dude's like almost 7 foot. Like I just told you, just absolute monster offensively. Basically passes the ball, gets his team involved, high in assist. Team player, unlike SGA, who's an iso ball specialist. And people, especially MVP voters, and this is why the MVP is losing credibility, RJ, not only in the NBA, of course, but in all of sports, right?
Yeah.
Because maybe except for the exception of baseball, because baseball, I think they have 2 separate MVPs for the conferences. But
yes.
And that's more fair. But listen, and maybe we should do something like that for football and basketball. You know what I'm saying? That way,
I wouldn't be mad about that.
Because listen, the bullshittery is it's bullshit. Like we're looking at this race and we're saying, no, Jokic, we're about to take another MVP trophy that you probably rightfully deserve because you know what, you're boring. You don't bring in the ratings like you should. We're gonna give SGA because of narratives. The MVP is worthless. It's becoming a worthless award because you have, you know what, one of the MVP voters said about Jokic. He said, "Listen, in order for me to even consider Jokic for an MVP, he needs to do something monumentally historical." It's no longer that he has to be the best player in the league and he has to have the best season. It's now that he has to keep on topping his own records historically for them to even consider him as an MVP. This is just ridiculous. That means he's basically never going to get it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what's your thoughts on the MVP race and what's going on?
Well, first, I wanted to read some stats off. So, SGA's stats averaging 32.5 points, having 5 rebounds. We're not going to really hype on SGA about the rebounds. He's a guard. Averaging 6 assists. Meanwhile, Nikola Jokic averaging a triple-double CEO, averaging 29.8, 30 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists, which is beyond crazy. Second in assists currently right now behind James Harden, which is, Trae Young now. That is, as a center.
As a big.
When SGA is a point guard and he's averaging 4 more assists than you, you're not only you better than him, you are the most valuable player in the league and more valuable than him. But I'm going to say this, and I want to ask you a question, CEO.
Yeah.
Do you feel like this is kind of like a Tim Duncan syndrome where Tim Duncan, we all know Tim Duncan's one of the greatest power forwards, probably the greatest power forward in NBA history. I think he only has 1 MVP because, let's be for real, CEO, Tim Duncan was very boring. But you can make a case Tim Duncan was one of the best players in the 2000s.
Yeah, it's just, here's the thing. And with the Tim Duncan thing, I agree with you. He was, but people deemed him boring. He played for the Spurs, and it was kind of Patrick-esque, and where a lot of players were uniform and bland, and he was the leader of the bland unit down in San Antonio. Now, we know, and you know what? This isn't even a new development. Like, there are awards there are MVPs that LeBron should have won that he didn't win.
Yes, same thing with Jordan.
Same thing with Jordan. It's like, can we just get this shit right? It's not that hard. This is why I'm saying media should be media shouldn't get votes at this point. Like give it to Hall of Fame, concrete Hall of Famers. Let them vote for MVPs, because you have just dumbasses in the media who have never played ball in their life deciding the legacy of these players. They don't know jack shit. I mean, all they want to do is get clicks, create controversy, just so that, because they're voters. Oh, so they can do a very hot take, give a very hot take, and pick somebody that they shouldn't have picked for MVP, so they can get asked by the media why they picked that person. Like, it's just bullshit. Don't give them votes. Like, they're stupid. The fact that the MVP is simple, RJ. It's the best who had the best season out of everybody.
Yeah.
It's that simple. It does fuck the narratives, fuck this person never got it, and maybe we should consider. This isn't a diversity award. It's not it's not we should give it to when's the last time a Canadian won the MVP? We should give it to Shy, because he's a Canadian and he'll be like the first Canadian MVP or some shit. Like
Steve Nash won.
Like, this is stupid. Like,
it's just beyond dumb to me. And I just want to say this, right? Because someone in the chat, what's good, random editor, what's good, people? Tim Duncan has 2 MVPs. I did not know that. Kobe has 1. Nash has 2. I thought Dirk had an MVP too. I could be wrong about that. But I want to say this, right?
Yeah.
Why the fuck? And I don't want to go really into this. And CEO's gonna, he's gonna bust a huge nut when I say this, but it's true. Why is Jason Tatum not in the MVP conversation at all? Why the fuck is Giannis above Jason Tatum?
I don't know. People don't like Tatum.
I'm sorry. Listen, Jason Tatum, I have a video about Jason Tatum's having his best career right now, and he's second in the East. Yeah. How is he not in MVP conversation? How? In what world do you not dog? How do you not put one of the? That makes no sense to me.
RJ, it doesn't, because they're the NBA is trying to find somebody to compete with these basically big foreigners, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, Tatum's not old, and he won a championship, and he's American.
Tatum, by the way, averaging 27 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. So he's averaging the same amount of assists as SGA, by the way.
And not only that, RJ, it's just he won a championship already, right?
Yes.
He's still young. And on top of that, he's American. And on top of that, he doesn't believe in load management. And on top of that, he's not a degenerate fuck.
Yeah, why is Tatum not in the... Yeah, why is Tatum not in the conversation? Like, this is like, if you want to make a face of the league, this is for Americans, this is your perfect face right here. I agree, Donovan should be in the conversation too, but Donovan's not putting up. I think Donovan's averaging 23, 24 points, so he's taking a step back, which I'm not hyping on. But Tatum's right there and he's flashy. Tatum is flashy. Trust me, as a Knicks fan, I fucking know.
And he plays for one of the biggest markets in the fucking NBA.
Like, what? Why is he not? Why is Giannis? I'm sorry, I'm not with this Giannis hype. Why the fuck is Giannis in the MVP conversation?
Yeah, you know what? Ever since he won that championship, bro's been fucking absolute lazy. Like, I mean,
lazy,
complacent. This dude has zero dog in him. Like, we need to let this shit go with the whole Giannis, this Giannis that. Hey, he's wasted potential. Let's be honest.
Like, he's like, I mean, I don't know if it's because he doesn't want to be Milwaukee anymore. I don't know what it is, but at the same time, go ahead.
No, it could be. You're right. He could not want to be in Milwaukee, but again, there are a lot of players who. And again, it's like, I don't get this player mentality, modern player mentality is like, let me be ass, right? If Zion doesn't want to be in the Pelicans, let me be lazy and let me be ass instead of actually balling out, playing and finishing my contract, or actually being top of the league where I can actually have leverage over my team. But instead, let me just be ass. Fuck.
Giannis is averaging 32 points a game and 12 rebounds. So, I mean, he is balling. But he should not be above Jason Tatum. I'm sorry. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming this is they don't like Tatum, or they think that they by the way, and like, because a lot of people, the whole Tatum versus Brown conversation's a little bit played out. Like,
Man, everybody knows Tatum's better. Come on.
Tatum's better, yeah, but people still want to have this argument. I think, honestly, RJ, that's probably why he's not up there in MVP voting, because people are like, well, Brown this, Brown that. I'm like, okay, Brown's good, but Tatum is still better. I mean, let's just keep it real. I watched. Didn't you watch? I know you watched the Knicks versus Celtics game. Did you not? Like, did you see Tatum versus Brown? Do you saw how
Yeah.
bro, like, how many turnovers did fucking Brown have because he couldn't dribble with his left?
By the way, Brown 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. That's not even fucking. Come on, man.
No, I mean, and that's no knock on him. He's a good player, good number 2. But like, I don't know, bro. The league is doing so many things that they're easy fixes, RJ. So easy, but they don't want to do them.
Yeah, they're gonna need a face eventually. Yeah, NBA needs American players to be the face. Yeah, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, Ant is gonna have to take a step back this year. You know what I'm saying? Not himself, but his team is so fucking bad. They gotta get rid of Randall and build around him. So it's gonna be a few years for him. We already talked about Zion, the disappointment that he fucking is. You know what I'm saying? I'm still disgusted by Zion Williamson, CEO. I'm just so disgusted by him.
I mean, as you should be. The dude's he's just lazy, bro. And I think this is why the NBA tries to try to market international players a lot more, but that's not. But the issue they're running into with marketing international players is you got people like Jokic who are not lazy and who actually are great at their game. And if you're a basketball fundamentalist, like you like basketball, you don't need all the hype and the thrills and all that bullshit, right? Yeah. Jokic is as good as it comes.
Yeah, facts.
But it's like, again, this is why. Yeah,
Jokic is pretty. Some of the I don't know if you watch some of the passes he makes. They're like, wow. Like some of the no look passes he does, they're like, wow.
No, they're great. But here's the thing. I think that a lot of people, and this is why I kept saying that casuals they matter, because if you're a hardcore basketball fan, you should love Jokic. Absolutely, because of how great he is at the fundamentals of the game. But if you're a casual at NBA, which, let's be honest, the vast majority of NBA fans are casuals.
Yeah.
They want the fucking the LeBron swag. They want that shit. Like they want you to be in tune with hip hop culture, like LeBron, right? So that's what they want. Like they want that kind of excitement in their figure and branding as the face of the league. And Jokic is just nowhere near that. Like Jokic won the NBA championship. I don't think he celebrated with his team. He went back to Serbia.
Yeah, I think he celebrated. He was like upset. He had to celebrate with them and went right back to Serbia.
He went right back to Serbia. So I don't know. It's just I don't care about is it just me? Because I don't really care about the swag as much. Like I understand people need to be flashy to get casuals, but like if you play really good basketball like Jokic does, to me that's entertaining in of itself.
I agree. You know what I'm saying? I think you need to have a variety of people. I like Joker's passes. I respect his greatness, but black teens aren't really. Yeah, that is a fact. I will agree with that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, I get it. You black teens can't. I mean, this is I find it stupid because I don't relate to anyone in the NBA. I mean, do you relate to anybody in the NBA, RJ? I mean, think about it.
Kind of Kyrie Irving.
Like, I don't relate to any. How am I supposed to relate to LeBron?
That's a fact. Overall, you can't relate to anybody in the NBA because let's be fair, these guys are 6'7".
Yeah, right. LeBron is 6'9". How the 6'9" jumps over like 3 cars, just as. And if you're black, that doesn't mean you can relate to LeBron because you're black. Like LeBron is like you can't relate to these motherfuckers at all. So my thing is, and from an athletic standpoint, like okay, let's say someone like relatable can be like this is why a lot of people love Allen Iverson because he was shorter, right?
Yeah,
and they can relate to him. But at the same time, you might be taller than Allen Iverson. How tall is he again?
He's listed 6 foot, but let's be fair, he's probably like 5'10", 5'11".
5'10". Okay, so a lot of people can relate to him because that's the average size of a male in America, right?
Yes.
he's 5. I can get Allen Iverson and things like that. But the vast majority of players, and even Allen Iverson, like you can relate to his height, but you're not that athletic. Like you can't relate, right? You can't relate to these players at all. Like I mean, I guess Steph Curry, a lot of people relate because he was a skinny guy. Right, Steph was skinny. You know, he's not the fastest. He's not the strongest. People related to that. But apart from those people, you can't relate to LeBron. You can't relate to Giannis. All right, you can't
Kevin
relate.
Durant.
You can't Kevin Durant. You can't relate to any. Like what's the common denominator? Because they're black. I mean, that's what constitutes relating to somebody. Nah, fuck out of here.
Yeah, I agree. Also, how Steph Curry's shooting is an anomaly. You can't relate to that. Everybody can shoot a basketball, but Curry actually makes the shots. Like that's a totally different ball game, dog.
Right. Here's the thing. Steph Curry gave the illusion of being able to connect with him as a player, right? Because Steph isn't the tallest. He's not built like a freak, right? He's relatively skinny, and every time when you were playing at the court right outside, like people would shoot up shots and say, "Oh, Curry" or whatever, right? Or Steph or whatever the fuck, but because that was relatable, they couldn't copy, I don't know, Vince Carter's dunks on the fucking blacktop, could they?
No.
Exactly. It's not relatable. So that's why I was referring to stuff in that light.
Yeah, but I get that. You know what I'm saying? But the NBA, you got to fix your shit, Dan. You got to start pushing these American players, which I mean, but even look at like Zion and Ant. I mean, those guys are they're probably not like, those guys have baby mama issues and shit like that. So they're like, we can't fucking rely on you because you might fuck up shit up.
But RJ, it's super simple, right? Because the NBA fixes to make the product better is so simple. It's not even like fundamentally, like it's like all you need is a commissioner who's tougher, right? Who can be like,
can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe it's not as simple as we thought. You know why, CEO?
Yeah,
because the NBA, what did it do throughout the years? It's made, by the way, Shaq's teams won. Steph Curry's all-star MVP. So Curry, you know what I'm saying? But besides that point, you know why they can't do that, CEOs? Because their narrative, what was the narrative of the NBA 5-6 years ago or 7-8 years ago? We're not the NFL. We care about our players. We're going to care about our players like the NFL doesn't care about. We're the liberal fucking league. Now look at them now. Now they don't want to break character.
Man, fuck that shit, right? And RJ, you're 100% correct on that aspect. But guess what? Regardless of what you think on the field product, who's absolutely dominating in terms of revenue right now?
Oh, no, it's, of course, the NFL.
The NFL. Okay, NBA, bro. How about this? If I'm the commissioner, I want the fans to love me. Fuck what the players think. They're employees that get paid. Well, what do you think? You think because I penalize these assholes for load management, where the fuck are they going to go? To the Canadian Basketball League? Good luck.
The Big Three?
The Big Three? Like, where the fuck are you going to go? And that's my thing. It's like you have the cards. You should be caring about what the fans want, what the fans want to see, and fuck with if the players hate me, so be it. I don't give a fuck. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's like a teenager who gets mad at their mom or dad because they can't go to the party. Are you gonna move out? Where are you gonna go?
Facts.
Like if LeBron or CP3 or Kevin Durant, we're out. Bye. That's how you set precedent. Like that's how you set precedent. Well, I'm not taking up the bullshit, but once again, the NBA doesn't want to break character. They still care about these woke people and stuff, and maybe that's their mindset, CEO. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look when the NFL tried to go woke, right? In that period, the Colin Kaepernick era.
Yep.
Where they try to pretend to care about social issues. Guess what happened in the ratings throughout those years? They fucking tanked.
Yep.
And so stop doing that, bro. No one cares about. Let's be 100% honest. No one cares about the players, and I'm just talking about people in general. The like mostly people. Like no one sits there, right? No one sits there and be like, "Oh my God, I feel bad for LeBron's knees tonight. Maybe he should rest on the bench." No one cares about that. I'm sorry. Like these niggas get paid millions of dollars. No one thinks like that. Like these motherfuckers are having to pay half their paycheck just to take their kid to a basketball game. Like, come on, bro. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's beyond fucking ridiculous. But I mean, listen, it is what it is when it comes to that. We'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens there. The All-Star game is covered. And also, see, I want to talk about your hold on, before we go to that. Your thoughts on the Wemby CP3 debacle.
Oh, the CP3. What's going on with that?
You don't know?
No.
So the skills challenge, right? So CP3 and Wemby were teammates for the skills challenge, and the skills challenge, you're supposed to shoot the ball, and you're supposed to have someone shooting the ball, whatever the case may be, right? So instead of Wemby actually shooting the ball, attempting to shoot the ball, he just throws the ball up in the air, rushes to the other rack, throws the ball up in the air, and then does that throughout the whole thing, so they can get the most time instead of actually taking a shot. And the crowd started booing like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So your thoughts on that?
So he was just
who the fuck is this guy? Yo,
yeah, that's why I didn't pay attention to half the shit you were saying, because I was looking at that.
Guys, why do I have? What's the point of you guys being mods if you guys can?
That's the whole fact. I was half distracted. I didn't even hear what half the shit RJ said because I was reading that dumb shit.
That guy, random editor, where you hiding, Josh Johnson? If someone's doing that, fucking block them. You don't need my permission. Like, if they're being cornballs to me, go cornballs.
Yeah, but like you were saying, so CP3 was chucking up passes, right?
CP3, I mean, Wemby and CP3, they weren't attempting to shoot the ball. They just threw it up to the fucking hoop, like in an embarrassing fashion.
Oh, why did he do that?
To get the fastest time, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay. So it was some lazy shit.
Yep.
I mean, here we go. I mean, god damn it, bro. It's just like, I don't know, bro. I can't relate. I don't. Good, boom. If they're gonna do lazy shit, boo them.
And they got disqualified for that shit too.
I mean, it's like, I hate all this lazy shit. Like, where's this culture? This culture of laziness that's just permeating throughout the NBA. Like, you would think athletes that are in great shape, that their whole career is to work out and ball, would not be this fucking lazy. Whatever.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's going on, man. I mean, that's listen, man. They make me commissioner of the NBA. I'll fix this fucking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I mean, it's not that hard to fix, in my opinion. You just need a commissioner with balls, and Adam Silver apparently doesn't have any.
Oh yeah, we fucking know that. But also here's the thing. And Sia, you brought up a point that they getting paid millions of dollars. And keep in mind, Sia, they're not getting paid millions of dollars to be plumbers, electricians, or even to be coal miners. They're getting paid millions of dollars to play fucking basketball. Let's be for real. Basketball is in all of these sports is a kid's fucking game.
Absolutely,
it's a kid's game. You want someone who needs to make millions of dollars? It needs to be firefighters. They need to make millions of dollars.
Yeah, or surgeons or some shit like that.
Yeah, heart doctors and shit like that. Not fucking NBA players.
No, yeah, I mean, from a societal perspective, of course. I mean, we're giving the wrong people the money in society. That's 100% a fact.
Now, Brandon, they can do stuff that the average person can't do, but at the same time, it's
right. The point is here. Fine, get all the money. You can have all the money because you make money and it's a business. Fine, but at least pretend to give a shit. Just pretend. Pretend. Why are you being so ungrateful? And this is what I'm saying. Like, the NBA, the players need the NBA. Okay.
Yeah.
The players need the NBA. Yes, the NBA need players, but they can get replaced. There's hundreds of kids in college coming in every fucking year. You can get replaced.
They get paid half. Y'all see the extension that jackass got? Who, Brandon Ingram? Yeah. Why does this podcast seem about today? Maybe it was Brandon Spar. What?
Well, why does this podcast like this today. Maybe it was Brandon sparring bullshit. No, I mean, I think he's saying why is it so normal now, the podcast?
Listen, Brandon will be back on next week. You know what I'm saying? For the thing. Damn, you must hate Brandon. Yeah, Master J does hate Brandon, you know what I'm saying? Which, and I think CL shares that same feeling.
I mean, Brandon's annoying, but he's a good he's good for you guys. We bring Brandon on the show so that you guys can clown him, and you guys like clowning him.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Boo, boo, boo. Brandon sucks, says Smoke on Mare. It's a Smoke on Mare. I think that's Grillmouth Scott.
Yeah, that's Grillmouth Scott. And by the way,
that, he has. Well, go ahead.
Is that who the fuck is that?
His profile picture?
Yeah,
it's Eli Manning.
That looks like Pate. Oh, okay, kind of good. All right, Eli Manning. I don't remember him wearing that helmet. That's crazy. All right, listen. Smoke. First of all, Grillmouth Scott, congratulations on Smoke on Mare. That's a better name than fucking Grillmouth Scott.
And second of all, I want to talk about this. Because we talked about the Hall of Fame yesterday, and people, specifically Giants fans, are very upset, CEO, that Eli Manning is not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Okay, so everyone knows our feelings regarding Eli Manning, right? But
yes,
what I want to point out, will he get in the Hall of Fame eventually? Yes, we know that.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
But if you're a Giants fan or you're because this is mainly Giants fans, let's be honest. If you're a Giants fan, you should be happy he's going to get in at any point, right? You should first ballot. Why? What did he do apart from those two Super Bowl runs, right? And this is and Brandon did make a good point the other podcast regarding how the UFC has moments that they put in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be perfect because you can put Eli's 2 Super Bowl moments in the fucking Hall of Fame
and leave his ass out.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't deserve. He's been mid his entire career. RJ, he has no MVPs,
none,
no All Pros, and I think he made a couple of Pro Bowls. By the way, the Pro Bowl's a joke. I don't count those anymore. But he made a couple of Pro Bowls, and I think he made the Pro Bowls as a backup, like a fill-in. So. Yes. He's been his career record is 500. He has never ever been a top 5 quarterback in the league ever. And when he won those Super Bowls, people were having conversations should Eli Manning after his RJ, if after your second
Eli Manning's a first ballot Hall of Famer, bro, says Evan.
Listen, if after your second Super Bowl, right, RJ?
Yeah.
People still need to have the discussion. If you're elite, then you're not elite.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. His moments were great. We know that the catch with Tyree, right?
Yeah.
We know he did clutch. And by the way, this is not me trying to say that Eli Manning was ass or butt cheeks or trash, because he wasn't. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. Eli Manning was a competent quarterback, but he's not to the level of a Hall of Fame quarterback, because a Hall of Fame, being inducted into the Hall of Fame is what's called an individual award. It's an individual accolade. Your team doesn't get inducted with you. The Super Bowl is a team award. Okay. So that's the difference. This is why MVPs matter. And this is why all pro selections probably matter even more than MVPs, because that's what differentiates you. That basically means you're the best of the best, and he has 0. He has never been the best of the best any time in his whole career.
No. See, I have his stats up right here, and so we're gonna exclude his rookie year because he only started 7 games, so we're gonna exclude that. 2005 made the playoffs, 5-11. You know what I'm saying? Good record, 24 touchdowns, 17 interceptions.
Yeah.
Second year, that's not bad. 2006 CEO, 8-8. 24 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. 18 fucking interceptions is ridiculous. 2007 Super Bowl year, CEO. 10-6, 23 touchdowns to 20 interceptions, CEO.
Right.
2008, 12-4, 21 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. Okay, not a bad ratio. 2009 CEO, 8-8. 2009, yes, 8-8. Over 4,000 yards, 27 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, but missed the playoffs. Okay. 2010, 10-6, little over 4,000 yards, 31 touchdowns, CEO, 25 interceptions, CEO. 2011 is probably his best year, 9-7, almost through 5,000 yards, 29 touchdowns to 16 interceptions, CEO.
Yeah. Okay. Now, here's the thing, because I know Giants fans like Evan, you know what I'm saying, and I get it. If you're a Giants fan, of course you're going to defend Eli Manning, right?
Yes.
So that's not even me, clowning y'all, because Eli Manning got you two. If it wasn't for Eli Manning getting you 2 Super Bowls, you would be what, like the last team and now that the Eagles won a Super Bowl, you'd probably be the last team in that division in terms of
the Eagles.
Or listen, Giants fans. Eli Manning is not trash, so I don't want people to confuse us. He's not trash. You can argue he's slightly above average.
Yeah, I agree.
But that's not enough for the Hall of Fame. And when people bring up the what's it called, the postseason success he had, okay, you have to understand something. That wasn't continued success. That was a short window of time that he did that in, and not to mention the Hall of Fame is the best of the best, not moments. Right, the cream of the crop, not moments you had. Okay, if that's the case, you gotta put fucking Julian Edelman in, right? Because look at his playoff record. But everyone knows that Julian Edelman as a receiver is not Hall of Fame worthy. But if you just look at his playoff numbers and you look at what he's done throughout the playoffs his whole career, that's Hall of Fame worthy. But we all know he's not a Hall of Fame talent. So people need to stop taking what's happening purely in the postseason, because what you're failing to understand is Hall of Fame is being at the top, being a top 5 player at your position consistently throughout the time you've been playing the game, right, RJ? Has Julian Edelman ever been a top 10 receiver ever?
No.
No. So why am I, even though he had great playoff success, and we can't argue against that, right? He was very clutch in the playoffs. Why am I going to put him in the Hall of Fame, right? If he was never considered a top 10 receiver in his whole career. And Eli Manning, when it comes to being a quarterback, right? For the most part, like if we're talking about just consistency throughout the years, like you can make an argument that Phillip Rivers was better as a quarterback, purely as a quarterback, right?
Yeah.
But this is what people fail to understand, is that they want to take moments and make that define their whole career. No, it's consistency throughout a long period of time. It doesn't, not moments. So that's what people don't understand. It's like, oh, he beat Brady in the undefeated dynasty or whatever. I get that. That's a Hall of Fame moment. He did that. It was a moment. He wasn't the best quarterback ever. He wasn't even top. Honestly, there were times, RJ, throughout his career that he wasn't even considered a top 10 quarterback.
That's a fact. We'll see. Let's get to the last part of his career, CEO. In 2012, 9-7, 3,000 yards, 26 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. 2013, CEO, and you're going to get it kicked out of this one. Yeah. 7-9, 3,800 yards, 18 touchdowns, 27 interceptions.
Okay. Oh my God. Not only, or hold on to that, but I want to point what Evan said, right? Real quick.
Hey, talking about this Drew Brees bullshit that he just said.
This is the disingenuous shit I'm talking about, RJ, right?
Drew Brees isn't a Hall of Famer. He has one ring due to Bowdygate. No MVPs, missed the playoffs a lot.
We all know, if you're being honest, right, that Drew Brees is a Hall of Fame quarterback. We know that. We know he's a Hall of Fame talent, right? And this is what I'm talking about, disingenuous. You can't sit there and tell yourself that Drew Brees and Eli Manning are in the same conversation. They're not. And Drew Brees has one less Super Bowl than Eli, right?
Yes.
They're not in the same conversation. Dan Marino has 0 Super Bowl rings, right, RJ?
Yes.
They're not in the. Dan Marino's a better quarterback than Eli Manning. Would anybody disagree with me?
Well, see, let's look at the stats. Okay, Drew Brees, I mean, I'm looking at these stats. I mean, this guy's thrown for 5,000 yards on multiple occasions, 4,000 yards for multiple occasions, never led the league in interceptions, has a huge playoff record. I mean, this is not Hall of Fame worthy. Eli Manning was 117 and 117 as a win-loss ratio. Drew Brees is 172 to 114.
Okay.
Just saying.
And by the way, guys, you're speaking via text, so we can't pick up on sarcasm in the messages unless you make it abundantly clear.
Evan, this is why I left the Giants fan base. You guys don't know anything, bro. Like, come on, bro. Drew Brees was considered a top 5 quarterback in the league. So by your logic, Aaron Rodgers is not a Hall of Famer? Like, come on, bro.
Here's the thing, right? So when it comes to Eli, I hate because if you were there during the Eli years, apart from the Super Bowls, Eli Manning was a very frustrating quarterback to watch. The interceptions were ridiculous. The what's it called? The decision making was ridiculous at times. And this is why you have something a series called Syndrome, and it was started with Eli.
Yes, Evan. Yes, Evan. Random editor. Yes, they think he's a first. They think he's a Hall. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer at all. Now, granted, my standards are high, so if you put Devin Hester in there, you got to put Eli in there. No question about it. But I'm sorry, no, Eli Manning's not a Hall of Famer. Do y'all have a Discord server? Yes, Skeleton, but you have to be at least 17 to enter. So sorry, Skeleton, you have a few more years. You know what I'm saying?
How old is Skeleton? He's a kid.
He's like 15, 14. He's around like Sponge's age.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, go ahead.
Look at his profile picture.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're still a kid.
Yeah. And by the way, anybody in the Discord, do not give out the link at all.
Yeah. If you want to request somebody, you got to ask permission.
Yeah. You gotta ask permission for me. I'm 18. I find that hard to believe. I find that very hard to believe, Skeleton. RJ thinks you need to have 7 Super Bowls and 5 MVPs to be the bare minimum to make the Hall of Fame.
No.
Bullshit,
No,
Evan. You know what, Evan? You get donkey of the day. Bullshit. No, hold on, CEO.
Is this Evan's first donkey?
Yes. Absolutely shit. That's bullshit. And Evan, I don't give a fuck if you're trolling. That's bullshit, bro, because I do believe in this Eli Manning shit. Guess what, Evan? Aaron Rodgers is a first ballot Hall of Famer. No question about it. Has 1 Super Bowl. Dan Marino is a first ballot Hall of Famer. No fucking question about it. Eli Manning's not a Hall of Famer at all.
And you got to also take this into account, RJ. You can't. This is why I said the Hall of Fame is an individual accolade, right? Are we going to hold Larry Fitzgerald responsible for having no rings?
No.
But he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, right?
Absolutely.
So this is what I'm talking about. You can't do that. Like when it comes to quarterbacks, you can't hold them accountable for rings because you can't. The Hall of Fame is not a team award. It's an individual accolade. So it's what you did over a long period of time. How many Hall of Famers don't have rings that played? Barry Sanders doesn't have a ring.
Barry Sanders, Thurman Thomas, Jim Kelly, multiple.
So come on, bro. And Jim Kelly, right? He's a Hall of Fame. Come on, bro. He has 0 rings.
Yeah, nah, man. We're not doing this. We are not doing. Hell, you can make the case that Eli Manning is not even the best quarterback. The second best quarterback in his draft. A lot of people, Big Ben's number 1. We know that for a fact. Big Ben is number 1, no question about it. Yeah. You can make people, CEO, there's people out there who are non-Giants fans, have no bias, that said Phil Rivers is a better quarterback than Eli Manning. Just saying.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I mean, facts, right? Remember, how can motherfucker have nearly as many picks as he does TDs and people cry first ballot is hilarious?
That's a fact. That is a fact, random editor.
For example, take this modern day era, right? You let's say you have Jalen Hurts, right? Yeah. And you have Lamar Jackson, and Lamar Jackson never wins a ring. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's going to get
Or Josh Allen against Jalen Hurts.
Or Josh Allen. Same one. They're both first ballot Hall of Famers, right, RJ?
Yes.
But is Jalen Hurts going to be first ballot, even though he has a ring? No, he's not.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, probably, hold on. And this is how you know, and I'm going to prove right now. CEO, is Joe Flacco a Hall of Famer?
No, absolutely not.
But he has a lot of moments in the playoffs, CEO.
Yeah, he does. He has a ton of moments in the playoffs. He behind Eli Manning, I think he had the second hardest playoff run of all time.
Yeah.
Statistically speaking, I saw numbers behind Eli Manning. You know who else had one of the best performances of all time in moments in NBA and NFL Super Bowl history? Wasn't it Nick Foles?
Yes, Nick Foles against Tom Brady. Yep.
Yeah, and guess where he's at?
Come on, man.
No, so it's just
Elton. Super Bowls does not make you a Hall of Famer. I agree 100%. I agree 100%. What man. Eli will get in. When, I don't know, but at the same time, he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like, Giants fans, bro, CEO, he's from 2012 to 2019, the guy lost 70 games. And then people were like, well, RJ's offensive line and this, that, and third. But people fail to realize Eli Manning signed a huge extension. Eli Manning was the highest paid quarterback when he retired in 2019. That's his fault.
Yeah. But not only that, it's just like to pretend that, for example, when people always they mention Eli Manning, he had a bottom tier roster for.
If Evan didn't get my donkey today, this would get donkey today. And you misspelled Dilfer too, you fucking idiot.
Trent Dilfer should be in the Hall of Fame. Quick question: Trent Dilfer should be in the Hall of Fame, which he is, but he took grammar out of here so horrible.
Like, your grammar's horrible, your question's horrible, your football logic's horrible. Trent Dilfer's a bum, and I think, bro, when you think of that Ravens team, ain't nobody give a fuck about Trent. Trent Dilfer's the last person he was the liability on that team.
Right, but he has a Super Bowl ring, so this is why Super Bowl rings can be used 100% to determine. Like, if you want to, this is why I talk about disingenuous arguments, RJ, right? Because people can use certain things to manipulate the conversation, right? Even though you know damn well that it's bullshit. Like, the whole Jalen Hurts is better than Lamar and Josh Allen is absolute bullshit. But you can use stats and you can use awards like the Super Bowl to manipulate your argument in favor for Hurts. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just hate this disingenuous bullshit. But he got a ring for the Ravens, right? I hope you're being sarcastic.
I don't think Master J is being serious. Dilfer, and thanks for pronouncing it right. Dilfer has more picks than he has touchdowns. That man ain't no Hall of Famer. So do you think Trent Dilfer is better? What? He has to be trolling.
He's trolling. Yeah, he's trolling. No. And for your point, I think the Ravens defense had more touchdowns than Dilfer had.
I think Jamal Williams had more.
Yeah. I mean, listen. Yeah, it was a running team, and it was the defense, RJ. So
get the fuck out of here, dog. I'll put fucking Eli and Flacco in the Hall of Fame before I consider Dilfer.
And by the way,
Johnson deserve to be in there.
How close, RJ? Because it was a pretty close thing. Was Jimmy G to beating fucking Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl?
Brock Purdy
and Jimmy G. So don't get too excited, Eagle fans, and out here with Jalen Hurts. Because honestly, bro, this could be your last Super Bowl in a long time.
I will say this.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts might have been the next Eli Manning if he would have won that Super Bowl against Mahomes. Just saying. Because if it wasn't for that PI call, if the Chiefs, Hurts was balling that game. I'm not going to give him credit, but let's be fair. We know Hurts is not better than Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, Burrow, and shit like that. Stafford. We know that for a fact. Yeah. But if he would have had 2 Super Bowl rings, people might have been calling him a first ballot Hall of Famer. He might have been the Eli Manning syndrome. I might have had a chance to the Jalen Hurts syndrome video.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Stop with this Eli Manning bullshit. He's going to get in. if you have to wait another 3 to 4 years, then so fucking be it. So what? Blame Eli Manning for being a fucking scrub. He's not good. No one watched Eli Manning and said, wow, I'm watching the cream of the crop. This is a generational talent.
Correct.
I'm sorry, that's not how shit works, dog. Nah, never compare this Eagles team to any team Eli Manning has. This Eagles team might be the best.
No, yeah. No, yeah. Hey, don't get me wrong. This is why I said Jalen Hurts isn't elite. He's carried. Like his whole thing consisted of fucking passing the ball to Saquon, right? In the backfield. His offensive line was the best in the league. All right. And when he didn't throw, he just ran it because Saquon was so good running the ball that there were wide open lanes and he would just run. He would run for 8 yards. And then right when he got to the 2 yard or 1 yard line, they would tush push. Like that's it. That's his whole thing. Pass it to Saquon.
Saquon.
Yeah, pass it to Saquon. Drop back. Look, no one's open because your bum ass can't find anyone open. And then you run for 8 yards. And then you do the tush push. That's your whole offense, literally.
I saw generational talent twice. Yeah, you saw it twice. That's your fucking problem. You didn't see it for 16 years. That Eli Manning was there. You know what I'm saying? But speaking of trash, CEO, CEO, I've seen a lot of controversy on this, right?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the halftime show during the Super Bowl, CEO?
All right, so there were a lot of mixed reviews on the halftime show. I thought most people are saying it's trash. RJ, what do you think?
Now listen, look. Everybody knows my thoughts on Kendrick Lamar. Yeah. And hell, everybody knows my thoughts on Drake. I kind of hate them both. I'll go first, you know what I'm saying? So, CEO can collect his faults. I'm very conflicted on this because it was hilarious watching Kendrick say Drake, I heard you like him young. That's fucking hilarious because I fucking hate Drake. You know what I'm saying? But here's the problem that lies with Kendrick. People are sitting here trying to give a bigger message to Kendrick. And this is why I kind of am conflicted on this halftime show because Kendrick's not a smart guy. There's no bigger conflict here, okay? Mm-hmm. He's not a smart dude. Get that through your fucking head. Is Drake a bitch? No question about it. Is it funny when Kendrick calls Drake a bitch? Absolutely, 100%. But Kendrick's just as big as a bitch, not just as much as fucking Drake. He's not giving a bigger meaning. He's not saying, oh, yeah, America this, America. No, he's not. He's just a big fucking troll. That's all the Super Bowl time. That's all the Super Bowl halftime show was. It was a big troll job against Drake. There's not this fucking meaning like, oh yeah, Drake, Kendrick, he's taking up for black people. He's doing this, he's doing that. Doing what?
So basically what pisses you off, just like me, right, is that he's masquerading. Basically, he's a Fox intellectual, right?
Oh my gosh, he's not.
That basically pretends to care about the broader black people and black society, when in reality it's just all attempts to just basically embarrass Drake.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, I don't think, how many scumbags, you're talking about, I'm from Compton, I'm from the streets of LA. All right, so you probably know a lot of shitbags and you're probably friends with a lot of murderers and asswipes. Okay,
even some pedophiles, to be honest.
And some pedophiles, right? So, but you got a problem with Drake, and so I'm pretty sure you're friends with a lot of these Crips and Bloods and shit, right?
Yeah,
you think they're good people?
Yeah.
You think you got Serena Williams on stage fucking walking? First of all, that shit was cringe as fuck. Serena Williams, I don't want you anywhere on stage. All right, that's one. And she was out here Crip dancing or walking or whatever the fuck you call it. Right.
Now, CEO, it's come to my attention with Serena Williams that her sister, not Venus, her other sister, died from Crip violence.
Yes,
and also that Delano Squires, one of Jason Whitlock's comments, who I kind of like Delano. He's a very intellectual, black man.
Mm-hmm.
He said that Serena Williams, she was born in Compton and grew up there until 3 and moved to fucking Florida at 4 years old. So she never even grew up in Compton.
No, yeah,
She's
so
trying to keep it up with the streets, CEO.
yeah, so she's all because people like The View, The View, uh, the shitty ass show. Were like, how dare people make fun of Serena Williams? She's just showing everyone her roots and where she came from. Yeah, yeah, she wasn't born in Compton. She was there for like 5 years, and then they moved her out to Florida when they saw that she was good at tennis. Okay, so you lived like in Compton 5-6 years, and you weren't on the streets. Okay, so stop with the fucking crip walking. All right,
you're a fucking tennis player, dog. Shut the fuck up.
You're a fucking
You're in the whitest sport ever.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm out here crip walking because it's.
And you're married to a white dude, and isn't Kendrick married to a white girl or a very
No,
white
she's
girl?
she's married to he's married to a woman that has the same complexion as Drake, ironically.
Probably even lighter, to be honest with you.
So my thing is, okay, just be honest. Be like, I just want to shit on Drake. That's it. Like,
I respect that more.
But him trying to masquerade it as some kind of virtue signaling, like, oh, I hate Drake because he's a colonizer. What the fuck does that even mean? Like, just say I hate Drake because he's a fruity fuck and he rubs me the wrong way. Like, just say what it is, but to go out here and pretend like it's because you love black people so much and because Drake's a culture vulture, like, it's just fucking inauthentic and stupid. Oh my god! And and it's not even Kendrick that rubs me that wrong away. It's his fan base. His fans are nothing but dick riders and think that everything he says is like coming out the mouth of Aristotle and Socrates or some shit. Like, it's fucking mind blowing. It's like, oh, this nigga's Einstein or some shit.
Bro, how can a fucking guy who talks about he's from the streets of Compton and he's a Crip or he's associated, how can he be an Einstein? What does Kendrick said? Like, people act like he's Nas or some shit. Nas actually speaks some real shit. What the fuck does Kendrick? What does he fucking say?
No, he wants to squabble up. Like that. That's what he wants to do. Whatever the fuck that song. You heard that song?
No, but I heard that saying though.
Like, yeah,
this is why I can't enjoy this is why I can't enjoy the Drake slander. Well, I can enjoy, but I can't enjoy it from the person because I want someone to slander Kendrick. He's a bum too. And by the way, Kendrick, what goes around comes around. Just saying.
No, and here's the thing. Yeah, we've been clowning Drake for how many years now?
When you're talking about my personal, I've been clowning this asshole for 10 fucking years.
Listen, Drake to me is corny. Yes, we know Drake is corny.
He's a fag too.
But do I like some of his music? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, back in the day.
So I'm not gonna lie, I do like some of his music. And do I hate Drake? No, I don't hate him. Right? I mean, he's just
an asshole.
Like, I don't hate. He's just a queer. I don't hate him. Right? So, but when it comes, and I didn't hate Kendrick. I never hated Kendrick. But this whole first of all, this shit happened. I like the beef when it was fresh, right? And we were getting some good music out of it.
I told you, this beef was dumb.
Yeah, RJ, I liked it when it was fresh and we were getting good music, right? Because they were dropping some good shit, and I liked what I was hearing from both sides, right? But yeah. How long was that? Was that last year now?
Yes, last year. I think April-ish.
Okay, how long are these faggots going to drag this shit out? Let it go.
Well, it's mainly Kendrick. Drake said peace out.
No, Drake said peace out because, let's be honest, I mean, he lost. He's getting clowned. And I get it. Listen, but it's like, how long are y'all going to drag this out? It was fun while it lasted. Both of these, you can enjoy both of these music. Both are assholes. Both are clowns, right? This isn't like, there's no good guy here. Okay? So they're just popular artists beefing. It doesn't matter. Let it go. It happened. Let it go. No one really talks about what Jay-Z versus Nas.
No
one talks about that. You like both their music, right?
Yep.
Okay, it happened. Let it go. It's fucking 2025 now. Just let it go. But these assholes don't let shit go.
Yeah, it's like, listen, man. At the end of the day, it's like, now that I think about it, this shit it is stupid. Like, it came off a song. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, I do think Kendrick. Now, I will say this: Drake's not innocent in this. I do think Drake rubs people the wrong way. I think Kendrick kind of doesn't like his vibe, which you could get a vibe from people and stuff like that.
No.
Drake has fucked over a lot of people.
RJ, you're right. I mean, the problem with Drake is that he first of all, he probably slept with people's girls. I mean, let's just be honest. That's probably what happened. Drake kind of has that fuckboy shit, like vibe, like fuckboy vibe, but it isn't the fuckboy vibe of like a normal promiscuous man. It's kind of like he's a fuckboy that's also fruity.
Yeah.
So it's a bad combination. He kind of earned his way with his bad reputation, because let's be honest, how many people went after him at the same time? Like 5 or 6, 7.
Yeah, a lot of Rick Ross, Lil Wayne.
So it's kind of like, well, why do so many people hate you? If it was just Kendrick, I would just be like, okay, he just has a problem with him. But with so many people at this point, but listen, bro, at the end of the day,
maybe that's it, CEO. Maybe people are hyping up Kendrick. Maybe not just Excuses fans. Maybe the industry itself, because let's be real, it's the industry. They have control over everything. Same injury that made Drake, by the way, too. Maybe they're like, Drake's fucked us. Drake's fucked over so many people that when someone actually has the courage to say, nah, fuck that dude, I'm gonna go after him, and is talented enough to go after him, maybe they just pushed him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that could be the case as
Evan,
well.
I will give you the link on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that could be the case. I don't. But here's the thing, right? At the end of the day, Drake is, as far as we know, right, RJ?
Yeah.
Because what we know now, he isn't a criminal, and he's just he's fruity and a dickhead. That's all we know. Same with Kendrick. They're goofballs at the end of the day who make music. That's it.
Yeah.
It's not deeper than that. It really isn't.
No.
And by the way, and now I know that out of all three of them, J. Cole probably has the higher IQ.
Oh, definitely. Come on, man. Now, granted, I didn't like what J. Cole did. J. Cole did kind of cuck out. He could have just said, listen, I'm not getting in this beef. I'm too grown for that. I'll call Kendrick, whatever. And I think J. Cole on a podcast, I forgot which podcast, he said him and Kendrick talked on the phone. They're cool, whatever. It is what it is. But the way how he's just like, oh, if Kendrick punched me in my face, I will give him a hug.
Okay.
That was gay.
Yeah, that was gay. Yeah, I agree with that. All he had to do was like call him privately, be like, is this a serious beef you guys have? Like, serious? And then he would have been like, yeah, we don't like each other. And be like, oh, listen, I'm gonna leave this alone because I thought it was friendly, right? So, and then when his audience and when his concert, he could have been like, listen, me and Kendrick have nothing. I didn't know it was that serious between them, and I'm leaving. I'm not gonna be part of that. That's it. That's all you had to say.
Yeah, so other than that, J. Cole is not only the better artist out of both these, out of all three of them, J. Cole's, me personally, I like his music way more than both. And I think J. Cole is smarter than fucking Kendrick. J. Cole actually speaks about real shit. Now, granted, J. Cole is kind of a simp, and I really don't like that, but he actually speaks about real shit.
Yeah, I mean, out of all three of them, he's the less annoying. I will say that. He's way less annoying.
But at the same time, he took the high road and said, I'm out of this. And now look at him. He's not Drake, and he's not. I can't stand Drake or Kendrick. I can't stand neither one of them. That's all the show was about. Everybody was just sitting there waiting for Not Like Us. No one gave a fuck about SZA. No one gave a fuck about Samuel Jackson. We were just all waiting for Not Like Us.
Yeah, it's just like, that's what I said. It wasn't Kendrick should, like, did they play any Kendrick classics? They probably didn't. It was all about Drake.
Yeah, what the fuck? Did they play Humble?
Like, the majority of it was like,
what's a Kendrick classic? Humble?
Okay, I will say this, though. I will say this. In terms of catalogs, Drake's music is way more replayable.
Yeah, he has more hits.
He has more hits, and you can name a lot of his good songs. With Kendrick, it's kind of like, would anybody here, like, let's be honest, like, if you're just here editing or doing your work, would you ever vibe out to a Kendrick Lamar song? Like, I mean, let's just be honest. Like
you gonna listen to Faded?
You're gonna listen to Meet the Grams? I mean, no. I mean, let's just be honest about that.
You're listening to Loyalty featuring Rihanna?
No, it's like no. So, but you know what I hate about the halftime show is, like, now listen, and everyone knows I do listen to rap. I do, but rap isn't good for performances, live performances. I can't be the only one who thinks that. Like,
I agree 100%.
Like, when we had great halftime, like Michael Jackson, right? Remember Michael Jackson?
By the way, speaking of that, no, Kendrick, I don't care what the views say. And see, this is why I say I don't believe in fucking this shit. I don't care what it says. Michael Jackson's halftime show is supremely better than Kendrick's. For anybody comparing, it's a retard. Go ahead.
Kaiju, if you listen to Meet the Grams more than one time, I highly doubt that.
Meet the Grams stinks.
Bam, 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 bam. Like
Yo,
the
that beat
fucking.
is so bad. Oh my gosh.
It sounded like that villain music where they play the pianos like bam, bam, bam. Like
It's
nigga,
like
what the
fucking two cars crushing into each other.
like it wasn't a song. It was a diss. It was a diss. So I'm not gonna count it as a song because if that's a song, it's horrible. But anyway, as I was saying, regarding what was I saying before I?
Oh,
Yeah, the half Michael Jackson. Listen, Mike, this is what I'm saying. When it comes to the halftime show, you need people and you need artists that know how to perform.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and what I mean by that is, listen, when they brought on Usher, right? That made more sense because it's a performance. He can dance, he can sing. Like that's what I'm talking about. Michael Jackson can dance, can sing, can put on a show. Kendrick cannot dance and he cannot sing. Like rappers don't belong on these type of stages because they can't perform. Like that's not what they're meant to do. That's what I'm saying. Like
that makes more sense.
Huh?
When they have Rihanna out there, that made more, or The Weeknd, that made more sense.
Right. It's like having singers that can dance, like performers, makes a lot more sense. This is why Usher made sense. This is like Prince makes sense. Like even people like Bruno Mars makes sense. Like it makes sense. But why would you bring a, like, let's be honest, like Snoop Dogg? What's the point of bringing Snoop? He can't dance and sing.
Yeah, now granted, I like that halftime show, but I can understand why people didn't like it.
Like it's like there's no skill, like there's no it's like I rap, that's probably my favorite genre of music. So it's not like I'm a country singer trying to destroy rap, right? That's not I'm not here listening to Dolly Parton like TRL is or something like that. So
by the way, country music shouldn't be on the Super Bowl either. Just
no. Fuck that. Keep that shit out there. I wouldn't mind some, like, if you want to do kind of like back then they used to do like Maroon 5 or Coldplay or kind of like rock bands. Or
shit either, but I mean,
no, I'm saying it's not bad music. Like some of those WWE music that you listened to back in the day. Like I don't mind those type of bands on there. I don't mind that kind of thing. But I prefer more the R&B angle personally.
Yeah, R&B and pop. That's what you need. Because because let's be for those two genres, CEO, that's universal. Majority of it.
Remember Maroon 5, Travis Scott. I mean, yeah.
Oh my gosh, Justin Timberlake made more sense.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake makes sense. You mean like Metallica? Well, Metallica's like 1,000 years old now. So, but yeah, you need performers. And by the way, the quality of artists that we have nowadays is not the same.
Yeah, it's dog shit now.
We had back in the day. You had Whitney Houston, you had Michael Jackson, you had Prince, you had even though I wasn't a big fan of him, you had people like Freddie Mercury. You had like these big time singers and people who were actually talented. Now you got shit like Ice Spice and fucking
Sexy Red.
Like believe it or not, like Sexy Red will probably be part of a halftime show soon.
Oh, she definitely will. I mean, or featured in one because I mean she's all over the NFL. She was at that flag football game. Woody Johnson invited her to a Jets game. She definitely will be. So will Gorilla. Like, come on, man. Back in the day, people used to rock in WWE. It's trash as rap. I mean, yeah, it's just. Like I said, the same thing I said about Hollywood is the same thing I go about with fucking what's his name? The music industry. There's not that many good music. I think the best music talent right now is probably, and this might be a hot take, it's probably The Weeknd. Like say what you want about him, he's talented. He makes good music universally. Other than that, I can't think of anybody else.
Another Canadian. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he is Canadian. I forgot about that shit.
And Drake was trying to bring him up on his own label. By the way, I think he found.
Yeah, I think The Weeknd said fuck that shit.
Yeah, he was like fuck you, Drake, and now they had beef or something. But listen, yeah, we don't have Michael Jackson anymore. We don't have Prince anymore. We don't have any of these.
And then the other guy, Kanye, he's just off his fucking rocker. So
Okay, well, now Kanye, I do think he would have made a good halftime show.
Yeah, but he can't. They're not. That's not
happening. Yeah, he's crazy. We know he's crazy. Okay, I mean,
what's your thoughts on Chris Brown? Because he still makes good music. But
no, Chris Brown would make sense. You know, I know a lot of people. You know, he
makes that Rihanna shit. That shit was like fucking like 20 years ago, dog. Like,
no, I mean, no one. No, I mean, I think the normal people don't care about it. I mean, most people don't care about it anymore.
I mean, that's the reason why he hasn't done it yet. I mean, you put fucking. I think he's more worthy of it than fucking Kendrick.
Oh shit, yeah, that's a fact. Random matter. We're gonna get Sabrina Carpenter halftime show.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, I forgot about her. My bad. Sabrina Carpenter. Or oh my gosh, who's that lesbian that everybody that queer? What's her face? Oh my gosh, what's her name? See, oh my gosh, white girl.
Lesbian white girl. What the fuck?
Oh my gosh, you know what the fuck I'm talking about? She got robbed of the fucking thing from Beyonce. Remember? Oh my gosh. Someone in the chat. Who am I thinking of? Who's Billie Eilish? We're gonna get a halftime show with her. Trust me. And we're gonna have rainbow flags everywhere and shit. It's you know what I'm saying.
Man, just the quality of music. I mean, it's just not the same as it used to be.
It stinks. Like,
bro, everything stinks nowadays. Bro. Is that just part of getting older? Just everything stinks.
I don't fucking
like, because RJ in our generation, when we were growing up and we liked what we liked, like they didn't like older people was like, God damn, this stinks.
Man, I don't. Maybe it is. I don't fucking know.
Maybe that's part of getting older. Maybe like, because I don't think like maybe Skeleton or whoever's younger, like Spongy. Maybe what we think stinks, they think is good.
Billie Eilish is golden. Said nobody ever. Apex Jack. I can't even name one Billie Eilish song.
No, I can't. I mean, first of all, we're not her target demographic. All right, your target demographic are females.
Okay, can I just say something about female? Like, listen, as contrary belief, I actually like female singers and stuff like that. Yeah. I can't, and this goes to SZA, because there's a lot of girls that I know that like SZA. I can't listen to women who have all their catalog is just them being a broken-hearted bitch. I'm sorry. This might sound crazy. I respect women who say, fuck that nigga, I'm gonna fucking forget about it. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. But just being a broken-hearted bitch is so fucking depressing. It's not even fucking funny.
So basically every Taylor Swift song ever made?
Taylor Swift stinks too. But I think she has like songs about like saying, oh, I'm an independent, strong woman and shit like that. You know, that's more tolerable than just sitting up in your fucking rooms. Bro, I think SZA has a song like she's talking about killing her fucking ex. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called like Kill Something. And it's so like dark and evil. And I'm listening to the shit on the radio. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this shit, dog?
I mean,
oh yeah, I did hear about that. I did not know SZA and Drake dated each other. I did not know that.
Okay, now that makes sense.
Yeah,
but I mean, listen, when I get it. I get where you're coming from and all that. All these chicks have issues. Now, listen, when it comes to female singers, I have no problem with them. I usually listen to them when they're on features. Like if I'm listening to somebody I know and they're in a feature, that makes sense. But like, I mean, listen, Drake dated everyone, bro. This is why no one likes him.
I get facts.
Like he probably fucks girls and then leaves them and then takes niggas girls and fucks them. Like, I mean, the whole Lil Wayne situation was just out of pocket.
Yeah. Now let me ask you, this is just a random question. Why can't we get an Ariana Grande halftime show? Well, first of all, no one wants to watch. Well, I think she's universally. So I mean that makes sense. But at the same time, isn't Ariana Grande going through some shit? I mean, look at the girl.
Oh yeah, was she anorexic? She looks like
she's more anorexic than what she looks like old, and she's like 30.
She makes RJ look fat. She makes RJ look fat. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, like and she's already skinny enough, and like she has gray hair at like 35.
Yeah. It's probably all that Nickelodeon trauma and shit.
Yeah, facts. What was I about to say? Speaking of that, also, who wants to watch an Ariana Grande fucking halftime show?
Probably woman.
Well, that's why they have Taylor Swift there. So, by the way, guys, we will get a Taylor Swift one too. Just saying.
It has to happen eventually.
Taylor Swift, Sexy Red. Hell, they might just do a fucking feature together. Fuck it, why not? Can we just get rid of it? I know this is never gonna happen, but can we just get rid of the halftime show? I think it's played out by this point.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not I don't get it. First of all, I don't get excited for halftime shows. In general, I don't think I've ever did because I only cared about the game most of my life. But it's like if you want to put on it's just they probably have to justify the insane prices at the halftime show, like because what they charge like how much per seat at the Super Bowl? Like Jesus Christ,
I think it's like 1,000.
And like the good seats are like tens of thousands of dollars, so they have to justify it.
Yo, bro, I think someone sent in the Discord or some shit. I think the average Super Bowl ticket back in like the first Super Bowl, the first like 5 Super Bowls or some shit was like $12. Now it's like 5,000.
Shit. Yeah.
Okay. How do you pronounce this person's name? Because I know who he is. I just don't know how to pronounce it.
Okay, my bad. So, Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa. Yeah, I actually like Dua Lipa.
She's not bad looking though either. Listen. The average Super Bowl ticket price is $6,304.
That is fucking ridiculous.
So that's the average, meaning there's way more expensive tickets at the Super Bowl. So if you want like a normal ticket, that's what it's going to cost you. So they have to justify it somehow.
Yeah, so you put fucking Kendrick out there?
I mean, and that was just like this year. I think last year it was up to 9,000 average.
Okay, at least it mean you're getting Usher, but even with that, it's fucking bullshit.
Like, can you imagine if they have Taylor Swift at the halftime show? Imagine the ticket prices for that shit.
Oh my fucking gosh! Isn't she like the number one artist in the world?
I think so.
Streamed artist, I should probably say.
I mean, wait, has Drake ever done a halftime show?
No.
I wonder why not. It's weird.
Are him and Jay-Z cool? Because I know Jay-Z runs it now.
No. That's why. No, they're not cool. They hate each other.
Yeah, because that's a good question. I think Drake. I mean, is Drake universal?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's the number one rapper in right now. Number one rapper.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't see white boys in the fucking Nebraska listening to Drake.
Well, I mean, have you seen this concert? It's full of white people.
No, I don't fucking.
Have you seen the Lil Wayne concert? Lil Wayne's concerts are fucking like 70% white people.
That's news to me. Listen,
wait. Go. Actually, I'm interested. Go to Google, right?
All right, shoot. What do you want me to type?
Put Lil Wayne concert.
Wayne.
Put it in, and then bring up the images so we can see something.
You just want me to put because it's just showing pictures of Lil Wayne.
Okay, just put the image up. Just want to see something real quick. Yeah, okay, now Lil Wayne, can you put like audience?
Okay, Lil Wayne concert. The audience.
Right there.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck. Not wait. They had it right the first time.
Let me just go back then.
Okay, yeah, click. Man, look at all them white people, bro.
That is crazy.
Like if you look, RG, if you see Drake concerts and you look at the crowd, like 80% of them are white. If you go, they're all fucking white. Black people don't go to rap concerts. Look at that.
That is crazy.
White people are the number. Look at that.
Okay, so you got it. I'm shocked.
A sea of white. I was shocked too. I'm like, I just realized the biggest consumer of rap music are white people. Look at them. No black person in sight.
That is crazy, dog.
So RJ, this means that the biggest consumer of rap music are white people.
That is. Hey, you got it. I learned something new today.
Right. So
I learned something fucking new.
RJ, you're black, right?
Yeah.
Well, at least. You're black, I guess. Listen.
I'm blacker than you. I'll say that.
Listen. You listen to rap all your life.
Yeah.
Have you ever went to a rap concert?
No, absolutely not. And we'll never go to.
Like, has any
G Herbo was in Albany back in like 2018. That shit got shot the fuck up. Yo, black concerts get shot the fuck up. This shit gets shot up. Fuck out of here.
Yo, any black person in the comment section, have you been to a concert, a rap concert? Like, black people don't go to rap concerts. I kind of noticed that. Like, for the most part, they don't.
Nah, man. If they do, it's like fucking. I'm gonna keep like.
Remember when it was the whole hell no exactly remember when the whole Colin Kaepernick thing was going on, and Lil Wayne went on Undisputed and he was talking about how white police officer saved his life. You remember that?
I remember he was on Undisputed. I don't remember that story.
All right, well anyway, because Shannon was pushing the woke shit, right?
Yeah.
And then Lil Wayne was like, "Nah, bro, I love white people. Like a white police officer saved my life. Like I'll have love for everybody." I'm like, well, that's weird. I didn't expect a Lil Wayne not to be woke, and then I looked at his concerts. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Now thinking of it, Rod Wave had a concert. I was just looking, and the majority of it was white. And one of his songs was, oh my gosh, The Box. Sell a nigga soul, something like that. Tell a nigga wipe his nose, and they said nigga. It was the majority of white people. And I'm now thinking about it. No, this shit makes sense now. No wonder rappers love white people.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you look at first of all, the like political shit, like social, like BLM, and does Drake? Have you ever noticed Drake make political statements at all?
No,
that's the reason. Like,
does Kendrick ever make fucking shit? Well, yeah, he has. I think so.
Yeah, he does, but not like they don't really talk about no like super political shit. Like Drake tries to avoid the majority of that shit.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is it's obvious. I didn't know that until now. So obviously, black people, they don't go to the shows.
Yeah, it's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. I'm not even gonna cap. That is a
Travis Scott's concert, bro. If you look that up too, all white.
That is crazy. I'm learning something new right now. Maybe rappers, they love Trump. You never fucking know.
Like, I don't know, just black people don't go to black. I mean, I don't blame them. Like, I wouldn't go to a fucking rap concert. I mean, I listen to rap all the time. I'm not going. Fuck.
Yeah, facts. Like, I like football and basketball. I'm not gonna go spend money on an NFL or NBA ticket. So,
like, why am I gonna go to a concert? Because, well, I could listen to the music at home comfortably, and it sounds a million times better. If you go to concert music sounds trash. Am I the only one who just thinks concert music sounds like trash? Because it does.
Yeah, I never like. What's the point? Like, you can put on your AirPods and fucking play a video game, clean up your house, do something along those lines, instead of going to a concert, being around a bunch of sweaty people, fucking listening to it and barely hearing the music because everybody's cheering around you.
And not only that, in the case of Travis Scott concert, probably die, getting trampled to death.
Yeah, didn't all the people that died were white people, right?
Yeah, the majority of them were white. Yeah.
That is crazy as fuck. And even if Travis Scott's not sacrificing you, someone else will sacrifice you because some dude got rejected by some girl or some dude got pushed in by another dude and started shooting up the shit. So,
I mean, if you think about it, right? Because Drake is super famous internationally, for example.
Yeah.
So, if their audience were only black people are only like 30% of the country.
Allegedly, but I see where you're coming from.
What do you mean allegedly? You think there's less or more?
More. Definitely more.
Well, they're
obviously not the majority, but
statistically speaking, though, I think Latinos they have more Latinos now than black people in the US.
Yeah, but I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, I'm generally in shocked by
Like I don't think Africans listen to rap. Like I don't see that happening.
actual Africans. Yeah.
Like actual Africans. So so you listen, for all you wokety woke Kendrick fans, just know that the majority of your fucking fan base is fucking white. All right.
Yeah, it's a fact, and it's a niche audience.
It's a niche audience. Yeah, like nah. If I was a rapper or something, I wouldn't. I would definitely stay out of fucking politics.
I'm really thinking about it because Lil Wayne never said anything. The only political ones I could think of is somewhat of Kendrick, because I don't remember Kendrick saying. I remember Kendrick made a song saying "fuck Trump," which I really don't care about. Back in 2015 when it was popular, he was quiet in 2020. The only one that's really politically out there is probably Snoop.
Yeah, Snoop, yeah.
But Snoop is like 50 years old, and let's be real, Snoop's not that good. Even in his cold prime, he wasn't really that good. Yeah, I'm trying to think. The fucking none of these niggas say shit.
Nah, they don't. I mean, like unless you're like the super conscious rappers, but most of them don't say shit at all. And Kaji said, I went to Louisiana and never seen a Latino person down there. Well, I never went to Louisiana, so I wouldn't know. And Skeleton said, Latinos are the new blacks. I don't know what that means.
I have no fuck idea what that means. Skeleton, are you black? Because I could have sworn you were white.
Wait, Skeleton, are you? Yeah, what are you, bro? I forgot.
I don't think he ever told. I mean, I just assume he's white. His name is Skeleton. He misspelled that, and he has a picture of a shy guy.
Snoop is just a media guy now. Yeah. Snoop is not. I mean, let's be honest. Like he was really never known for his music like that. I mean, nowadays, right? If you think of Snoop nowadays, you don't really think of him for his music.
No.
You think of that's the nigga from like every single commercial out there. That's the nigga from like every single talk show out there.
Yeah, Whitlock had like a good point that him and Tom Brady have like this cringe ass commercial.
Oh yeah, I saw this. It's like, I hate you because you don't look like him. Yeah, I hate you because my people hate you. I hate you because you dress different.
Yeah, so it's like fucking and Snoop's like, why don't you do this with like a blood? Like when you guys are actually killing, you're doing this with Tom Brady, and it's like a fucking commercial about anti-Semitism, which is ironic. Black Skeleton, you're black. I mean,
I find that so hard to believe.
Yeah, me too. But I mean, hey, you never fucking know.
I mean, yeah, I can see it. You know, Skeleton's black, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But he is a kid, so that's probably.
The last kid was white, so I mean.
Listen, but I mean, listen. I guess that was the commercial directed towards Kanye.
I think it was. It might. I don't fucking know. Nor do I really care. Like,
because apparently Kanye is a black Nazi now. So
Kanye's just off his fucking rockers.
I mean, well, I don't know, bro. He maybe the MK Ultra his ass some shit.
I try to tell y'all niggas this shit, and I heard that him and his wife are getting a divorce now.
So, I will say that. I mean, but I will say this. I think that if they MK Ultra his ass, he was defective. He's defective. Like they couldn't because he's saying all this shit that they don't want him to say.
No, I think they're using him so people will be like, all right, let's stay away from this guy. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, Kanye, I don't fucking know. Kanye, you know, he's another test subject that's way beyond this fucking conversation. Wait, they're talking about stop hating people, but yet and still they brought Kendrick to the halftime show to not play like us.
Yeah, that's the whole fact.
Kaiju with a W. Okay, Kaiju, shit.
Yeah, that's a good point, Kaiju. That's a good point.
You know what I'm saying? And by the way, Kaiju, see, I don't know, everybody knows we have a Discord here, people. So Kaiju said Dan is not a pedophile. Now,
okay. Well, not that we know of.
Yeah, so I was about to say that. Like, I know you guys shit on him in the Discord, but he's technically.
You're not. No, you could infer that maybe if you
you could believe it too, but
yes, but factually, no. It was just the queer that
Brian guy.
The Brian guy, and what was the other dude?
Brian and I think Zach something. I forgot. I don't remember their last names off the top of my head.
Well, listen, those queers should be hung. All right.
I agree 100%. So he wasn't technically wrong, but I was at work, so I not gonna Jason. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, he was only responsible for failing to do proper background checks.
I've had a weird feeling one of these days Kanye's gonna end up turning dead and no one will be shocked. I agree.
Well, listen, if Kanye turns up dead, then they killed him. It's the only explanation.
Or hell, he could probably killed himself, to be honest with you.
Here's the thing, because with Kanye, he's mentally unstable. But honestly, bro, I'm not triggered by Kanye, right? It's like he says all the crazy shit, right?
Facts.
And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't agree with what he says, but I don't care at the same time. Like,
Kanye, I was telling my boy this. I was telling he was like, bro, did you see what Kanye does? This I'm like, this is like a regular Tuesday. Kanye is like the crackhead on the street, where it's like, I mean, yeah, that's what he does. Like,
yeah, RJ, that's what like. Remember back in the day where somebody would say this shit, right?
Yeah,
you would sit here and you would be shocked to some degree. You were like, oh my god, what like this is such a big deal, right?
Yeah.
Now it's just like, okay, like I just like Kanye, like when people are like saying, how could Kanye, we got to deplatform Kanye, how could people need to denounce Kanye? I'm like, Kanye is mentally unstable. Are you, like you just said, RJ, are you going to go to your like neighborhood crackhead and you're going to go accost him on the street? No.
Yeah.
You're gonna be, he's going to go talking about how aliens robbed his brain or some shit, and you're going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, all right. Like, it's not like, why are you like Kanye? I like Kanye's music. Everyone knows that. I think he's one of the best artists in this generation.
I agree.
And I can separate the artist from the what he created. So I have no problem with Kanye. And by the way, I only care about action. All right. And I've been telling people this a long time ago. If Kanye went out there and just beat the shit out of random Jews on the street, right?
Yeah.
Then I'd be like, okay, you know, this dude's like you can't really fuck with him. He's out here trying to just murder random Jews on the street, right? Yeah. I would understand that. But he's on Twitter talking stupid shit like a crackhead, like a meth head. Like, I don't care about that. He's obviously mentally unwell. Why are people paying him attention or caring that he says what he says? Like, has anyone dealt with people with mental health issues? Has anyone dealt with, like, they say wild shit?
Yeah, facts. Like, so, I mean, it is what it is. Kim Kardashian really messed him up. Yeah, it's a fact.
Well, yeah, that's the Kardashian curse for you.
Which is true. That's why me and CEO hopped off the CJ bandwagon. You know what I'm saying? We see how that fucking worked out. Speaking of that, CEO, let's talk a little bit about Patrick Mahomes. We can finally eliminate him from GOAT conversations now.
Yes.
He's not better than Montana. He's not better than Peyton. He's still not better than Brady to me. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's out of the top 3.
Hell, he might be out the top 5, to be honest with you. I mean, if you look at his statistics in the Super Bowl, it's not good.
No, I mean, no, they're not. They're not good. Yeah, that is a fact. He's definitely out of the top 3. Unfortunately, I mean, I think he'll be able to climb up. You know, if he keeps winning Super Bowls. But
you know what, CEO, and I have a video about this that I think you're really gonna like. You're gonna bring it up, especially when Brandon comes on. I have a video about the NFL season coming up next year. Now that the Chiefs lost, now that this whole debacle in Kansas City with Travis Kelce, with Andy Reid, that offensive line, their weapons, their cap space.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to spoil my video. It makes the NFL a little bit more interesting next year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to leave it at that. But speaking of that, you want to talk about the New York Knicks, CEO. You know what I'm saying? Are they a fraudulent team? Are they just an overachieving team, CEO?
I mean, yeah. Which they obviously are, by the way.
Listen, as a Knicks fan, I said it before and I said it again. And we had Brandon on here last time. The Knicks are not going to do anything. I was talking to the OG, Fisk, you know what I'm saying? He thinks Cat's going to shut me up in the playoffs, even though we've seen Cat in the playoffs on multiple occasions. He can't even shut his damn self up, CEO. We saw what happens to Cat in the playoffs. When it comes to, you know, fibs, listen, I'm not very excited about – I'm more excited about the NBA playoffs than what the Knicks are going to do. Even – the enthusiastic, biased person that Brandon is, came on the podcast and said the Knicks are frauds.
Jeez.
That's how bad it is, dog. That's how bad it is, man. Now, come on, man. Who believes in the fucking Knicks? Come on, man.
No one, bro. I'm gonna just keep. They're a bunch of overachievers. Let's just be honest.
But good thing. They're a good team. But at the same time, it's like, come on, man. Fitz Vegas SCS needs to stop calling me ugly. What kind of man calls another man ugly?
Yo, I know. I can imagine Fitz calling him ugly. Like literally, I can imagine it. Like in that same voice, call this nigga ugly as fuck.
So much firing.
Yeah, y'all remember how many times Fitz called niggas ugly?
Yeah.
Hilarious. Ben said they should fire Thibs. Listen, the whole Thibs experiment is a waste of time. Unlike Brandon, who wants to keep everyone, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, he has to come around eventually.
He is. I mean, bro, he thought the Knicks were gonna win the title, and then now he's saying the Knicks are just their second round team, which I agree with. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. Fist is zesty. The Knicks are shit. Oh, Skeleton, you're a fucking Sixer fan. Chill the fuck out.
What are the Sixers doing nowadays?
Bro, they're like 12th in the East. Paul George had 2 points in a game.
Yo, so they basically gave a big ass contract to a wash nigga.
To Tobias Harris.
Jesus.
Who's averaging more points this season than Paul George. They might as well have kept that sorry ass nigga. And by the way, Ben Simmons, CEO, went to the fucking Clippers.
Man, Ben Simmons, bro, he's such a man. I remember the days when that nigga was supposed to be the next LeBron.
Yeah. Oh, the sisters are so sorry. PG is sorry. Bro. I've been on this PG bandwagon I've been on this PG shit for how many years, CEO? 4 years. He ain't shit.
That was your original Derek Carr.
I think I hated Paul George before I hated Derek Carr. With PG at one point was good. He was a top 5 shooting guard or top 5 small forward in the NBA. Derek Carr was probably barely top 10, if not even in the top 10 quarterbacks. I just hate the fact people overrated him. I've been saying this for years for PG. He ain't it. Now he's a washed up bum who fucking you know what I respect about Westbrook, about Harden is that say what you want about them. They actually care. They actually want to prolong their careers. LeBron, KD, Steph, they actually care about basketball. PG does not give a fuck about basketball. He's the exhibit, like, bro, I think someone said it. He has more podcasts than he has starting games in the NBA.
All right.
That is disgusting.
Jesus.
Shout out to CEO for letting me into the Celtics. Kaiju, weren't you a Celtics fan already? What the fuck you talking about?
Yeah. Well, we had to vet him.
And you replaced him with Josh Johnson. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, after you saw the Bulls game when they got absolutely demolished.
Oh my gosh, it was like fucking like 72 to 29 or some shit.
Like the Bulls haven't been shit since the fucking 90s. So,
I mean, I guess you could count that little stint of Derrick Rose. But other than that, no. How much you want to bet PG starts more games than Embiid this year? I'm not putting a bet on that shit either. Sixers can't trade Embiid, right? They can trade whoever the fuck they. Yo, yeah, Luka got traded. They can fucking trade him. Yo, where are you hiding, bro? Get Tyrese Maxey. Yo, trade me to Tyrese Maxey. He's the only good player you have.
Shit.
Him and that rookie you guys got, Jerry McCain, the fag that likes to paint his nails.
Who?
Jerry McCain, I think his name is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't heard him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember what you're talking about, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's good. I would say that. On the court, no complaints. But, the guy's fucking queer outside of it. So, it is what it is. Is it just me? And again, I don't agree with it. Or am I, starting to care less about these guys painting their nails?
I am starting to care less. I still think it's corny.
Yeah, I disagree with it. I think it's gay. But at the same time, it's like, listen, as long as you can do your job, it's whatever at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's just this generation is more, queer. So, comes with territory.
Tyrese Maxey can stay. He's our only saving grace that we have left. Are you crazy? Well, I mean, bro, no disrespect, bro. Your team is shit. Like, bro, you paid a guy who eats Taco Bell and gets stomach aches in playoffs games. You paid a guy who's 36 years old, 35 years old, whatever how old Paul George is, coming off injury, who didn't do shit with the Clippers. You have Tyrese Maxey who's working his ass off out there. He's pissed off that you have this bum and beat out there. It's like, dog, why are you sending him around and beat and giving Paul George a max when I'm the only one that's actually doing shit? And you get, like, come on, bro. Give Maxey about hashtag free Maxey from Philly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a fact, bro. I mean, Philly, man, the Sixers, the only thing that, you know, because the Eagles won the Super Bowl, unfortunately, but now I can just laugh at the Sixers being fucking absolute.
Facts, yeah. And we know Bryce Harper ain't doing shit in the playoffs either, so.
Thank God.
You know what I'm saying? Embiid must have ellipse. What is the CEO?
IBS.
What's that?
Irritable bowel syndrome.
Oh, where he like shits all the time?
Yeah.
Hey, man, listen. I mean, this shocked me. I mean, look at the guy. Now, granted, he does hold the weight good because he is like 7'1", but at the same time, like, come on, man. People have really compared that guy to Shaq. Can you fucking believe that shit?
Yeah, I mean, listen, Embiid, wasted talent.
I agree. We can agree, CEO, we can agree that the process is a failure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, what process?
We can agree like that shit is a failure.
The process started with Ben Simmons. Where's that nigga now? Like
Ben Simmons, Markelle Fultz, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris. Oh, where are you hiding? And Skeleton, because you guys are 6'8". Can you agree that the process itself, with everybody that you, all those years of going like 5 and like 70 something, is a fucking failure? Look at all the talent now. I mean, unless you want to count Maxey, but Maxey was 2020, so he really doesn't even count.
We're hiding, bro. We're talking about basketball, right? Keep your filthy ass Eagles over there, all right? And Hurts is not better than Lamar. Shut the fuck up. And second of all, what's it called? It took you 70 years to get 2 rings. Congratulations.
That is a fact. That is a fact. Because I think the fucking Eagles were around like 1942. So that is crazy to think about.
I mean, it's just, I hate Philly, bro. Like when they, have you seen the celebrations? They're just classless people. They hung Kermit the Frog, Mahomes. I mean, they lynched that nigga, bro. Come on, bro. You lynched Patrick Mahomes, and then they were eating a pig, and then you put Patrick Mahomes' hair on a pig, and then you shit on the streets, and then you broke lampposts. I mean, it's just a shit city, bro. RJ. Like, this is a classless organization.
Bro, you guys are celebrating winning the fucking game, and you guys are fighting each other.
They're fighting each other. They're shooting each other up, literally. All right. I think an Eagles, some dude in the Eagles jersey shot some people up at the parade, and then you're out here lynching Patrick Mahomes. So not only are you a classless and degenerate franchise, but you're also racist, apparently. So
that's a shock. I mean, they put fucking they have a statue of fucking what's that fucking asshole's name?
That fake nigga Rocky.
Rocky over who's the boxer? I'm forgetting the boxer. I'm like half fucking asleep. Who's the boxer from Philly? Black guy. I fucking don't remember. It's gonna piss me off as soon as I end this gym. Remember, but either way, we know Philly's a shit town. I mean, come on, man.
I mean, it's just like there's no city that celebrates like winning by basically shooting each other up, eating shit, breaking property, beating police officers. Like it's just they win and they just destroy their city. They're clowns.
Yeah, you guys are no different than Chicago.
I mean, no, they're worse. I mean, because it's like when Chicago wins shit, they don't. At least they don't go around eating horse shit and lynching black people. All right.
Well, I mean, they do lynch black people, but you know.
It's like there's something like I'm just being honest. This is why people don't like Philly, and it's nothing personal against Philly followers in the comment section, except for where you're hiding because he's a clown. But apart from him, it's just like y'all have to admit, Philly fans have to. Your fan base is just absolutely classless.
Where you hiding says to you, CEO, the last Super Bowl the Ravens were entering. I mean, the Ravens' last Super Bowl is entering middle school. Wait, hold on. Is this just me or is this grammar stuff? The last Super Bowl ring is entering CEO's middle school. What have you done for me lately? Says where you hiding.
I mean, listen, first of all, you let an expansion franchise, right, from Baltimore get 2 rings before you did. A supposedly historic franchise that's been around before the Super Bowl era, and your ass still had to catch up to us, an expansion franchise. That's embarrassing. I think about it. You're still bottom of the barrel. The Commanders, aka the Redskins, still have more than you. The Giants have more than you, and the Giants are dog shit and have 4. So that should tell you something. And the Cowboys have 5.
And the Cowboys haven't been to a NFC conference championship in about like 33 years.
Yeah, and they still have more than you. Like, it's. I mean, listen, where you're hiding. What are you celebrating? Playing catch up? Is that what you're celebrating? Because you're not. You haven't surpassed us in rings yet, and I can guarantee you, we're going to win a ring before you. All right, another one. We're going to win our 3rd one before you. And
looking at the Chiefs right now, I mean, this is. Well, I'm not going to ruin my video, but I mean, hey, he's not wrong.
Like, man, this is like Philly, and I don't hate like the personnel. Like, I don't hate like Howie Roseman or anybody. I just don't like Philly, like the class. Like they beat up Santa Claus. They piss on people's legs. Like they throw batteries at players and call them niggers. Like, like they're horrible, RJ. I mean, it's disgusting.
And plus, we like Jalen Hurts as a person. Well, at least
I have nothing against Jalen Hurts as a person, right?
Yeah. And by the way, Philly fans, I love the fact how CEO. Keep this in mind. Weren't we just like 2 or 3 months ago saying maybe Nick Sirianni? Philly fans want Nick Sirianni out of there. Maybe it's time for it. Now they love Nick Sirianni. How flip-floppity are you guys?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. RJ, remember when I was telling you how bipolar they are?
Yeah.
I don't like I understand you can't be like the Giants that wait 6 years to determine whether the quarterback is worth shit. Like you can't do that. But it's like I guarantee you, for some reason, next year they don't make the playoffs. Let's just say I don't think that's the case, but let's just say they don't make the playoffs. It's going to be like, let's fire Nick Sirianni. He's a clown. You just watch. Like this is what they do.
We've seen it. Doug Peterson,
right? And honestly, RJ, if let's say they have a 2-year slope where they're not good for 2 years, they would fire him. I know they would.
Just like Doug Peterson. Like, I mean, come on, man. If it wasn't for the Eagles, the Ravens wouldn't have Lamar Jackson. Is that a fact? Didn't you guys? I think he might be right about that, CEO.
No, because we traded up in the first round with them. Yeah, right.
Remember that, yep.
And then we got Lamar. By the way, we should have got Lamar at our own pick, but we got Hayden Hurst, which was a fucking retarded pick. And at the time, I was pissed as fuck because we drafted a 25-year-old tight end. But
Hurst wasn't that bad. I mean, he wasn't top 10, but he wasn't that bad.
Wait, Hayden. I mean, he was with us for like 4 years, and then we let him go because he was no good and injury prone.
I remember a few games where he balled out, but I mean, I could be fucking wrong about that. I mean, you guys got Mark Andrews, so I mean, it worked out.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, I'm talking about the beginning years. You know what I'm saying? And don't worry, CEO, you got Isaiah Likely now, so.
Yeah, Likely's a dog, bro. I mean, the dude I like Likely a lot more than Andrews. Andrews is,
yeah, he's washed. Well, you guys, Isaiah Likely backing him up, you know what I'm saying? Mark Andrews is probably going to go to the Chiefs after they cut Kelsey.
Yeah, fuck Kelsey, bro. Fuck that nigga. Like, absolutely fuck him, bro. I hated this nigga. I hated him forever, right? Because of his clown antics. And then all the bitching and all the shit you were doing to Andy Reid and basically harassing him on the sideline last Super Bowl. Now this Super Bowl, You got that dumbass beard looking all goofy at the sky like a dumbass because you're getting absolutely destroyed by the Eagles. And your dumbass dropped like 3 passes. I hate this nigga. Fuck
And
him.
did you see the horrible blocking he was doing too? Like,
By
the way, he's not Gronk. He will never be in Gronk's category ever, people.
No, he won't. But Kelsey, like he literally dropped key passes in that game, and that killed the momentum. And this dude was looking like a dumbass. I'm like, all right, if you want to be Taylor Swift's pet, go do that, but just leave.
Gronk is the GOAT. I'm gonna say this right now: Gronk, Shannon Sharp, Tony Gonzalez, Antonio Gates. All fucking better than him. I don't give a fuck how many rings he gets. I don't care what stats he breaks. All those guys I just named are better than him. So
the one time I root for the Chiefs, this asshole drops like 3 balls.
Yeah, so bad, and they were wide open too.
Man, listen, get it. They need to. I hope they cut him. I hate this nigga. I want this nigga to go away.
Brady's the GOAT of quarterbacks. You can argue Joe Montana too. I agree, 100%. Listen, I like Mahomes, and I don't think this. I think Mahomes is great. We know Mahomes is great. He's the best quarterback in the league right now, no question about it. Like you can like whether you want to put Lamar, Allen, we know Mahomes is the guy in the league, but I never had him in that GOAT conversation.
I was like, if he got the 3-peat, then we could have a real conversation. But
no.
Listen, Skeleton said I faced racism in the Philly parade. This is what I'm saying, bro. They're full of clowns.
Well, I mean, why the fuck would you go to a Philly parade, my nigga?
Bro, they're literally lynching Patrick Mahomes' effigy at their parade, bro. It's like the Ku Klux Klan over there.
Yeah, but that's your fault for going. I don't think where you're hiding would even go. Like, come on, man. But as it goes from and see, this might be a good thing from like Mahomes. Now this might be a good thing for the Chiefs. You can't just sleepwalk to a Super Bowl with a dog shit team. All right, you actually have to put a good product out there. That's my problem because I actually like Mahomes, and like Mahomes has been off for the last couple seasons. He's not making like the same exciting plays because he is flashy. We know that, but he's been playing dog shit. Maybe this is woken up and said, "Wow, I actually need to play fucking good."
Yeah, RJ, you make a good point because the past couple of years it's mainly been like defensive teams and Mahomes being game manager. Because remember the days of Mahomes like basically being Aaron Rodgers and just absolutely lighting shit up and doing the craziest no-look passes. I feel like he lost some of the fire. Maybe this because he honestly, RJ, he looks like he doesn't care.
I mean, we'll see. When he lost to Brady, the next year after that, there was some pass. I remember this one pass. He was like running to the right and just stood up to Hill on some crazy shit against the Browns. Yeah. And then but I think he lost to the conference champions to the Bengals. And then the year after that, he won the MVP. So maybe this will awaken him up. But I mean, that also goes on Andy Reid. That goes on the Chiefs organization. You can't just throw some bullshit out there. But once again, I'm very interested next. Like, this is. Yeah, I know Brandon's probably gonna kill himself. This is good for the NFL because I don't know who's gonna win the Super Bowl next year. I don't. I'm actually generally like, what's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's true. But also, he doesn't have receivers that are. I mean, listen, he lost Rice. That was a big loss. Yeah. Now, listen, the Dolphins are. I heard they were maybe looking to trade Hill. Maybe they can reunite with the fucking Chiefs.
And that's fine. I mean, Hill's still in his prime. And I mean, let's be for real. Hill shouldn't. I mean, I don't know. Hill probably likes it more in Miami than Kansas City. Yeah,
that is true. But
isn't he from Florida?
Yeah.
Or is he from? I don't know. Nor do I really care.
Yeah, he is from Florida.
You know what I'm saying?
Eagles did God's work. I'm forever grateful for what team does the Dark Knight root for?
Giants, I think, or Broncos. One of those two teams. I don't know.
Oh, if you're a Giants fan, why the fuck are you happy that the Eagles did God's work? The fuck?
Well, there was back when I was a Giants fan, I was rooting for the Patriots, and there was some Giants fans rooting for the Eagles because they hated the Patriots dynasty. I'm like, no, I don't want the Eagles to win anything.
It's retarded.
I'd rather have Brady have like 10 rings than the Eagles have 1.
Oh, Broncos. See, that makes sense.
Okay, Broncos. But that makes sense why you. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, like I remember 2 years ago when the Eagles played the Chiefs. Like my friend, some of my coworkers, the Cowboys fans, like, yeah, bro, I want the Eagles to win to keep it in the division. No, I don't like the Eagles, and I don't like. Yeah, I want y'all to lose. I'm rooting for the Chiefs.
Yeah. Like I understand people's hatred of the dynasty, but yeah, it's just if you're like, there's no way I would root for the fucking the Bengals victory over the fucking Rams or some shit.
That prime example, CEO. If your Celtics go to the finals, I'm rooting for the Lakers over you guys because I don't give a care if you're in the East Coast. Screw you guys. I fucking hate the Celtics.
Hey, RJ, come to the Celtics. Join the winners.
Winners of what? You guys stink.
Nigga, right? What do you mean winners of what? We just won the finals last year. What the fuck?
Ain't no way you'll fuck about this shit.
No, listen, RJ, you're right there you're in a fan base with Brandon. We haven't won shit since the 80s. Come on, nigga.
No, listen. You do make a good point. Brandon is here. Why don't you just take Brandon then? Fuck it.
Nah, I'm good. Nah, I don't want Brandon. Fuck.
You know what I'm saying? You could deal with the horse shit that Snakes.
Nah, nigga, I already got Kaiju. That's enough bullshit.
I thought you kicked him out.
No, we kicked him out of the Yankees fan base because he was talking shit. He was like, "I'm a Yankees."
You did have a profile picture of a Yankees, not the Yankees, Red Sox shit.
Yeah, you can't come back after that shit.
You're gonna stink for the rest of your life, CEO. Ravens stinks as
well. When have the Ravens ever stunk for like more than a decade? I don't ever remember that.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, you guys had that 4-year stretch where you guys missed the playoffs. Other than that, no, not really. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen, look, at the end of the day, where you hide, enjoy the Super Bowl because your Sixers are gonna collapse. Bryce Harper and the Phillies are gonna collapse. And let's be for real, the Eagles ain't winning the Super Bowl next year. Come on, man.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Especially if the Redskins get Myles Garrett.
Yeah. But the only thing I'm happy with about the Eagles winning is now I can put the whole rigged shit to bed. Shit was getting annoying.
Yeah, that narrative has to die. Someone did make a good point. Now, granted, she's a Chiefs fan, so she's kind of biased.
Yeah.
But she said, isn't it funny how if the Chiefs would have won the Super Bowl, it's rigged. But now that they lost, it's not rigged.
Yeah, she makes a good point. But people were getting a little bit, paranoid, right? So this should put the paranoia to rest. All right. And by the way, the Chiefs look super beatable. It's just they look beatable. All right. So we'll just have to see. And by the way, Chiefs offensive line, bro. What the fuck was that? Jesus Christ. Like,
oh, that's once again, they go besides Creed Humphrey. Shout out to Creed Humphrey, Boomer Sooner. What the hell are you putting around Mahomes?
Like,
what are you putting around him?
Why the fuck do you have a guard playing at the left tackle position? What the fuck was that?
Why are you having a guard play at any tackle? Like what?
Dude was getting absolutely mauled because he was playing out of position, and they didn't even do a change. A random editor. What was the? Well, why did you put the guard at the left tackle? Was your left tackle injured or some shit? And they didn't even make adjustments. They kept his ass out there, and he kept getting smoked.
I don't know, but once again, this is a wake up call for the Chiefs. You can't just sleepwalk your way to a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Especially if the referees ain't gonna give you all the fucking calls because you guys should just ask what by Philadelphia. All right, Mahomes, you queer.
I still can't. Oh, the left tackle made too many mistakes versus the Bills. Well, the guard.
Shit. He looked like fucking. You looked like fucking Joe Thomas out there compared to what the fucking guard you had out there.
Yeah, Joe. I think Thuney or something like that was getting absolutely demolished. Absolutely. At that point, just put the backup left tackle. Like seriously.
At that point, fucking Andy Reid needs to fucking go out there. At that fucking point, he was getting fucking mauled. Fucking Jalen Carter and the boys sweat were having a fucking field day with Mahomes.
Josh Sweat is not even that good. If we're being honest, like he's not some top tier pass rusher, but he was eating all day because they put a guard on the tackle position. It was stupid.
Listen, I kind of somewhat understand putting a tackle in a guard's position, But putting a guard in a tackle's position, get the fuck out of here. It's like putting like an outside receiver in the slot. Okay, I can understand that. But putting a slot receiver on the outside, that's not going to work.
No, it's not.
I kid you not. That was actually one of the reasons. No, we believe you. We believe you. But we're just saying that's dumb. We're just saying that's dumb. And once again, we're saying, your team needs to get their shit together. But at the same time, I mean, you guys won 3 Super Bowls in like a 7-8 year span. And you have Mahomes, who's 26, 27?
No, he's like 20. I think Mahomes like 29.
He's still, once again, he's still young. Come on, man.
No, I mean, he's playing for like another 10 years, so they're good.
Yeah, facts. And what was I about to say? But I am interested to wrap up the team. Once again, I will say this. I am interested to see how Mahomes will look when Andy Reid retires. Because I do think Andy Reid will retire very soon.
Yeah, Andy Reid looks all kind of like he's out of it mentally.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we'll see. Listen, bro. Thuney got bitched. Absolutely.
100%.
I mean, he's literally like at least 25% of the reason y'all lost.
Yeah, facts. But it is what it is. Peasants, that's it. Next week we'll be back. I'm assuming at the regular time. We'll be definitely covering the Celtics-Knicks, where my Knicks will destroy the Boston Celtics. I think CEO will
good luck with that.
You know what I'm saying? But CEO's and we'll have Brandon on here, the Unfiltered Sports Podcast bodyguard.
Bodyguard, aka the court jester.
The court jester. CEO, you want to say anything to the peasants before we get up out of here?
Nah, fuck the peasants and fuck the fucking Eagles.
All right. Well, until the next Sunday, peasants. Peace.